Happy Friday, my friends, and welcome to another night of Friday Night Rivals, presented by Hill Kelly Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram. We're so glad you've decided to join us for another exciting night, and tonight should be terrific. We are at Navarre High School, rather. We are here to watch the Niceville Eagles take on Navarre, and it should be a great game. I'm Christian Garman alongside Jeff Price, and of course, sideline reporter Clayton Habecker. And Jeff, I said Niceville almost off the top because I've got Niceville on the mind. They are 5-0 coming into tonight and looking really good.
Yeah, this is probably the two most consistently elite teams in the area. You got one riding a hot streak in Niceville, another trying to get back on track in Navarre. But Navarre doesn't seem to lose at home very often.
It is not easy to beat them at home, that's for sure. They are 3-2 on the season. As I said, Niceville is 5-0. Coming up in just a moment, the keys to victory. But first, we go to Clayton Habecker.
Thank you guys so much. It's going to be another great night here for Friday Night Rivals. One of the big storylines going into the week is that Navarre has lost their 2 road games. When Coach Jay Walls was asked about it, he said, "We can't feel sorry for ourselves." He said that they could not focus on their recent struggles. He also said, "It's not like we're getting blown out. They're gaining momentum, and they will be playing here at home tonight, and Navarre seems to be a different team at home." Being 23-5 since 2005, needless to say, Navarre tonight is not going to play nice. Back over to you guys.
So, Jeff, let's talk about the Northwest Florida State College keys to victory. And let's start with Niceville. They're 5-0. They'd love to come into Navarre and move to 6-0, but that's no easy task. What do they do to win tonight?
They're going to have to pin Marlon Courtney inside the pocket. That young man, he is the best dual-threat quarterback in the area. And I tell you what, if they can keep him inside the tackles right there, it's going to be tough for him to be one-dimensional.
Meanwhile, for Navarre, as we said, they're 3-2, not a position they find themselves in regularly. I know they'd like to move to 4-2 tonight. What do they need to do to win?
It's going to be a tall order. But they're here in front of their home crowd. They're going to have to build off that momentum from the crowd right there and let Grady Kelly loose. How about this young man? 8 sacks in the Lincoln game. Man's got 13 on the year. Let him loose.
He'll be fun to watch tonight. 8 sacks in one game, 13 on the year. So maybe the big key for the defense from Navarre. We're glad you're with us for Friday Night Rivals. The action starts coming up next. We are back. It's so good to have you with us, folks. Loving the Skyview drone. It's been giving us these awesome shots all year long. And another one right there. It's a beautiful night. It's still crazy hot. Of course, we had the coin toss just a few moments ago, brought to us by the United States Marine Corps. So
it is heads. It's heads. You want to toss. You want to defer.
So Navarre wins the toss. They defer. So looks like we are ready to roll here, folks. It's Friday Night Rivals, and this should be a good one, Jeff. Niceville 5-0, really making a statement. It's all about that defense, isn't it?
Yeah, giving up about 8 points a game. And they played a pretty tough schedule as well, keeping you. We talk about playing Crestview already, playing Lincoln. And that Lincoln team is tough, and they beat them last week in overtime, 16-13. So it's coming off a huge win for Niceville. It's going to be interesting to see how they play here on the road at Navarre.
Niceville led by quarterback Will Koch. He's a senior. We'll be watching him all night long, and it looks like we are just about ready for action. It's going to be a nice little return there.
Yeah, Nick Morrison right there, the senior, 6'1", 185 for Niceville, gets us started right here.
He'll be returning for him all night long.
So this is, we talk about Niceville's got a really good offense. It's not explosive like what, I guess we've seen in the past, in years past. Koch does a really good job as a game manager. He's a dual threat guy. He doesn't try to do too much, and he doesn't make mistakes. He's got 1 interception on the year with 6 touchdowns. What I'm interested to see is a big story, like we said in the open, Grady Kelly. The young man, Coach Walls told us earlier, last year they had like 5 defensive linemen that were seniors. He didn't really get a chance to play a whole lot. He was probably one of the better linemen last year. Now he gets his opportunity, and the young man is taking advantage of it.
Looks like 3 wideouts here for Niceville right off the bat, but they're going to run an end around here, and that's going to be Michael Pastore, who picks up a few. And first play from the scrimmage gains about 3, it looks like, for Niceville. So you were talking about Will Koch, and you mentioned him as a game manager, but I guess the beauty is when your defense is only giving up 8 points a game, you've got that luxury. You don't have to put up 40. If you put up 9, you're good to go.
Yeah, and then really you don't see it a whole lot, especially the way everybody wants to play offense now, but that's what makes this Niceville team so good. If you build your team on defense, you're going to have a lot of success. I think probably one of the best ways to say it is look at the Washington team this year, undefeated, and they've built their team around that defense and have a lot of success this year.
Wildcats are a great story. There's no doubt about it. It's going to be a big run from scrimmage on the second play from scrimmage. That is Sean Parker off to the races all the way down to the 26-yard line. That's a big play. He got a huge hole there, Jeff.
Yeah, you're going to see the Bob Tyler Toyota Instant Replay. Little zone read right there. Gives it to the young man. Just simple. Right off tackle, and there he goes down the field. Looks like Tyler England made him cut back in right there, and looks like Xavier Thomas is on the tackle.
45-yard play. A big start here, and that's going to be, I'm not sure if that was complete or not. Looks like that was Dominique Anachiarico, who was the intended receiver. Not sure if he pulled that down or not either. Well, he did, and unfortunately he did because they lost a couple yards. It would have been better to go incomplete, but second down now and 12.
Yeah, one of the few times you're going to see Coke be inaccurate right there.
It's been all shotgun all season for these quarterbacks. That's just the new norm, huh?
Absolutely.
Come out wide this way, and it's going to be another big play in a big game. Receiver there was Jaden Reese. Pulls that in for, check that. That
yeah, but check this block out right here.
Sorry.
Luke Untertesh right there does the block. It springs him loose right there. Great job blocking for the receivers right there for Niceville. And
Bob. Coke going to keep this one himself. Doesn't get much. Let's go ahead and take a look at our starting lineups presented by Pete Morris Chevrolet here on what is going to be, looks like fourth down. You can see we've got Will Coke, Trey Wainwright is a backup quarterback for Niceville. Sean Parker, we already saw have a huge play. Varen Betts, Luke Unterseb, Michael Prestari, Aiden Dark, Logan Schaefer, and Dominic Anachiarico we've already seen action from as well. It's an impressive starting lineup that's gone 5-0.
yeah,
Of course, as we know.
well, like you said, if it's from the school of if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Yeah. So fourth down now and a couple of yards here. They're going to go for it.
Yeah, that's a direct snap to Anachiarico right there.
But whistles before. Looks like it may be a timeout call by Navarre.
Well,
they want to talk about it. So we're going to have our first timeout on the field. Looks like Niceville trying to get things going here, going for it on fourth down. Let's go ahead and take a look at the rest of the starting lineups here. You know, we gave you just a moment ago, we hooked you up with the starting lineups from Niceville. If we've got the Navarre lineups, Marlon Courtney, of course, we know, the terrific quarterback, Jaden Antonio, Gabe Davis, Tyler England will be saying his name all night long, senior wide receiver, Xavier Thomas, A.J. Arnaud, Fern Gomez, terrific tight end, and Matthew Pointer starter on the
Niceville's got a senior-laden team this year, and that's pretty much the way it always is for them. But for Navarre, a little bit younger on the other side there, and tell you what, that's what I think the difference is right now if you look at their season. These are games that typically, Navarre's been heavy seniors. Well, a bunch of those seniors are gone. We talked about Dante Wright. And,
it's worth noting, you and I saw earlier when we were down on the sidelines, 2 or 3, maybe 4 different guys from the Navarre side in crutches or on a little scooter. So they're injured.
Yeah, it was like a crutch train going behind us.
Yeah, it was. It was crazy. So fourth down now, big play here early on in the game. Little tone setter. That's going to be a keeper.
I don't think he has it.
It's going to be real close. Navarre would agree with you. This could be a huge momentum gain. Yeah, it looks like they turned it over. So the risk does not pay off for Niceville, and a huge stop early on here for Navarre.
Really different right there for Navarre, or for Niceville, running the same exact play. Of course, hey, if it's worked for you, it's worked for you. But Anachiarico right there gets the direct snap, not Will Coke. So I think the defense pretty much knew what was coming right there, and they did a great job of stopping it. Great job by that D-line.
Yeah, that was big. That was really big.
See our Comfort Dental smile cam right there.
Cool.
See the Navarre student section. They're always pretty hyped during the home games.
So here we go. Here comes Navarre, and that's a big play. Looks like he kept that. Is that Marlon Courtney on the keeper?
That is Marlon Courtney.
He is so good.
And that's going to be the key to success. Can Marlon Courtney open up this run game? Look, Navarre has got to be able to run the football tonight to open up things for Marlon Courtney. He has gotten beaten up the past few games right there. And keep in mind, this is that offensive line for Navarre that is 300 plus. They average 300 plus. They got to find a way to give him some time tonight.
Yep, no doubt. So, second down now, and it looks like about 8. I'm sorry, 2. A pickup of 8 is what I was trying to say.
You look on the outside, corners are playing a little press.
I was going to say the same thing. I'm glad you caught that. Courtney's terrific.
Oh,
he is so exciting. Love watching him play.
Another timeout right there.
Great,
The play clock was down just about to 0. Had to do it.
Wow. So, all right, we are going to go ahead and take a break now with 8:24 to go. We are very early on in the action. It's Friday Night Rivals. Glad you're with us. Presented by Hill Kelly. Happy Friday night, folks. Glad to have you with us here. Friday Night Rivals. And, Jeff, these are most definitely rivals. We've got Niceville here at Navarre, second down now, and a couple for Navarre. And I know you were talking last week about how much you were looking forward to this game. Looks like a run up the middle there. Might have been enough for the first down. I think it probably was when you take forward progress into account.
Yeah, Jaden Antonio right there, and that's the young man, the bell cow for Navarre. Of course, there's a lot of guys that can rush the football for him. That's one person right there. We talk about this big offensive line. We got to open up some holes. Got to get Jaden Antonio hot early.
And looks like Courtney really trying to get things going here. It's going to be an Anderson Subaru 1st and 10. You know, when I talked to Navarre's coach early on in the season, he talked about their very impressive offensive line. And they are. It's a bunch of big boys, right? Little wide out pass there, picks up a couple. Jeff, despite that fact, though, Courtney's been under some pressure this year, and that's been a problem.
Well, you got a bunch of new starters up there, and the other thing is, you got some big boys up there, some buffet busters, as we like to call them, but they got to start doing their job. I mean, and they're the key to success right here. You hate to put it on it, but it's one of the most, I guess, loved and hated positions in football because you just never really get noticed until you mess up.
Nice little pass there. That's going to be good for a couple.
Bailey.
Yeah, Bailey Houston.
Yeah, really good job. And you look at what Navarre's trying to do. They're trying to get the football out of Marlon Courtney's hands quick and not allow that pass rush to disrupt what they're doing. I tell you what, right there, it is so far so good just to see Navarre make that adjustment. We talk about the offensive line having problems. How does Navarre going to counter that? Well, there you go right there. Make it easy on the big boys up front.
So big play here now, 3rd down and 4. And again, just the tone of this thing, knowing that Niceville's 5-0, Navarre standing at 3-2. Navarre wants to do something after getting that stop after a huge play from Niceville. They were able to stop him and get the ball back. They don't want to give the ball right back. It's like Courtney's going to go with the option here. And that's going to be well short of the first down.
Yeah, really good job right there by the Niceville defense, spreading that out. A little option play right there out of the shotgun. Tell you what, great job cutting them off on the sideline and using the sideline as a help.
Yeah, so looks like they're going to go ahead and punt this ball away, and that's a good decision, I think, given their position on the field. Can't take too many chances against a terrific team this early.
Give credit where credit's due. Jordan Fowler right there making the tackle. The senior playing like a senior right there. Really, really smart play by that defense.
Yeah. So, Niceville ready to get rolling again. Well, that's a good part. And it's going to be downed right there. That was Luke Untersen who hauls it in and doesn't go anywhere. So we talk about Will Cope being a bit of a game manager. Jeff, does he have much of an arm? Can he throw it downfield if he needs to?
He can. And I tell you what, he reads coverages probably better than just about anybody, and that's what makes him so smart. You talk about the young man's thrown the ball 60, 70 times. He's only got 1 interception, and that's odd in high school football.
Right,
you know,
sure.
He's still growing, but he's got 6 touchdowns to 1 interception. Doing a really, really good job.
Yeah, it's like you said, to throw it that many times with 1 pick at the high school level is awfully impressive. And I'll tell you what, I was thinking today about some of the themes we've seen. And this is high school, a lot of talented players, but they're going to make some mistakes. So we've seen a lot of turnovers, which is not surprising. So that speaks to what you're talking about with Will there. The other thing we've seen a lot of is 3rd and 25, 4th and 30. And, it's funny. I was asking myself, what's going on there? And I guess you can probably attribute a lot of that to the fact that, again, they're high schoolers. They're going to make mistakes and put themselves in bad positions from time to time.
Yeah, but tell you what, if you want to be elite, like we talk about, these teams have been, you got to keep it under probably 5 penalties or so.
It's like 4 receivers, and Mr. Koch is going to throw this one out wide, and a couple of nifty moves there, but we got a fumble. This is a big play. Who recovered that ball?
Looks like Niceville jumped back on it right there. If I'm not mistaken, Mr. Johnny on the spot, as we all like to say, is Kimo Macanolio.
Looks like it was Dramarian McNulty who put that ball on the ground. Look at that. Woo! Man, big break for Niceville early. 2nd down now and 8. So they actually pick up a couple of yards there on the play. This time Koch does want to look downfield, and he's going very long. He's got a man, too. Hauls it in.
Wow.
Big play. Beautiful pass. Big play. That was Michael Prestari who makes the catch. And that's going to be an Anderson Subaru 1st and 10, and then some.
Yeah, but what a great throw by Will Koch right there. Bob Tyler Toyota instant replay. Watch, just sits back in the pocket, knows who he wants. He just got to let the play develop. Offensive line does a good job. And look at that. Pinpoint accuracy. That's a long throw, folks.
It is. So now out near midfield, a 17-yard gain. Nice job there, and another 1st and 10. Mr. Koch's going to keep this one himself, and he's got some room. He picks up about 7.
Boy.
Yeah, says, get out of my way, folks. I got it.
Yeah, he's not someone to take lightly.
No.
Look at our new little addition we got here. The scores on the bottom this week. How about that?
Okay, hold on now.
Yeah, we are moving up in the world, folks.
Well, here's the bummer, though. One of your favorite things to do is tell people scores, and now it's done for you. You've been replaced by a robot. Here we go.
Hey,
again.
it is what it is.
We don't need you anymore, Mr. Price. 2nd down and a couple. And not much doing there. That was Sean Parker trying to make something out of the handoff, but it's going to bring up 3rd down at about 3.
Yeah, good job by the D-line. Linebackers doing just phenomenal right there to slow that offense down. You know, Will Koch makes a big play on 1st down. 2nd down right there. They're going to try to get a 1st, and they can't. Now brings up a 3rd, and it's a manageable 1st down, but plays right into the hands of Navarre.
Yep, at the 46-yard line of Navarre. And looks like Koch's going to throw. Got his man here. Brought down, I believe.
He did not get that.
Yeah, I think he's just short.
He's going to be about a yard short right there.
Dominic Anachiarico was the receiver. He is about a yard short, and looks like it's decision time once again here for Niceville.
Boy, just what a great tackle by Bailey Houston right there, the junior.
They're
stepping
going for
up
it
big.
again, too. Look at this. There we go. Another big chance for Navarre's all-out defense.
Got to tighten that coverage down over there. You only got about a yard and a half to go, and the DBs are playing about 6 or 7 off.
And remember, Navarre's already taken 2 timeouts, so they don't want to burn one here to talk about it. They're just going to see what happens. It's going to be a big play.
Wow.
Big play.
Stop short right there, and that will be Navarre football. The defense makes another stand. How about that?
Yeah, 2nd time tonight. We've seen Niceville go for it on 4th down and short. 2nd time, Navarre's defense said, no, no, no.
Yep.
We're going the other way. There's your confirmation from our official, and that is a big-time stop. So,
how about this? Connor Eastwood, young outside linebacker, the senior right there, number 12, stepping up to make the tackle. Man, oh man, this Navarre defense, and I didn't expect it to be kind of a defensive game for Navarre, but this defense is, they're playing lights out so far.
I'm going to tell you right now, the PA announcer needs to be careful. He is working that voice.
He is.
You hearing that?
Oh, yeah.
Guy's got to be careful. We're only early on in the 1st here. Marlon Courtney takes the high snap, able to make the handoff, and we've got a lot of room here. And he's still going, folks. That's Jaden Antonio with a very big game. Woo! Navarre trying to make a statement here tonight, Jeff.
And like we said earlier, Bob Tyler Toyota Instant Replay, you see Jaden Antonio, simple handoff right there. Look at the big boys up front doing their job, opening that hole right there. Man, oh man.
You see him
Jaden
making decisions there?
Yeah.
That's a big play, folks. A gain of 31 yards for Antonio.
This is
Navarre's
good
on the
news.
move.
Good news for Navarre right there that they can go ahead and get some big chunk plays right there. And it's going to open things up for Marlon Courtney on the outside.
For
and
sure.
watch Tyler England.
Flip the field around, too, if nothing else with that big run. They're going to come right back up the middle. Mr. Antonio again. He picks up probably 3.
And that's solid right there. That's all you need to do right there.
Well, I'll tell you, Jeff, I don't mind admitting it. I don't really care who wins the game, but I hope it's a good game. We've had some blowouts the last few weeks. I know the week I missed, you guys had a terrific game up at Northview, but the game on either side of that ended up being blowouts. So I'm hoping for a good one here. Courtney throws it out wide, and that's completed to Xavier Thomas, and he's got some big yardage. I'm not quite sure if he had enough to get the 1st down. Looks like he's probably going to be just short. Should be 3rd and about 2, maybe.
Yeah, but Shout out to Trenton Hall right there, the sophomore, 5'10", 150, making a huge block and bringing us to our Synovus red zone. How about that?
Yes, indeed. I believe that's the first time tonight we've seen a team get into the red zone. And check that, by the way, that is going to be a 1st and 10. So Anderson Subaru 1st and 10 as Navarre continues on the move. It's going to be another handoff up the middle, but this time the Niceville defense says, nope, and they are pumped. Well, hold on. Now we may have. The whistles blow. Looks like it's going to be. Looks like it was dead. I'll tell you what, though, that Niceville team's making an argument that they recovered a fumble there. If nothing else, they yanked it out of his hands. But blown dead, so it's going to be 2nd down, a loss of about 4.
Michael Carruthers come through, shot through out of a cannon right there, and almost took the ball right from him. Referees blew it dead. I'm not going to say if it was early or not. It's not our choice.
That's classic Carruthers, isn't it? Look at this, Mr. Courtney. Rushing out, working some magic. Look at those feet. We do have a flag on the play, so we'll see what happens here. No, not going to get anywhere. Now, after all that, he didn't gain anything. And as I said, we've got a hold against Navarre, so they're going to lose more yardage on that.
And that's typically what happens when your quarterback runs around and turns around and runs the other way, and offensive line doesn't know what's going on.
So that'll be a loss of a few. They will replay 2nd down. Officiating crew is on the move. Mark Humphreys, one of our. Oh, there we go. We've got him up on the screen. Thank you, guys. Mark Humphreys, Mike Martino, Terry Andre, Louis Coyne, Cornelius Searles, Richard Villa, and Steve Temple. Working hard for us tonight. We'll be hopefully not seeing too much of them. It's always nice when the game flows, but they're ready if needed. 2nd down now and very long, about 25. Mr. Courtney's going to roll out wide, throw it back the other way. That's a completed pass, but another great play by the defense there of Niceville. That was number 31.
Michael Carruthers right there, another big stop. And I tell you what, see the Bob Tyler Toyota Instant Replay, he was about the only guy standing in the way.
Yeah, of 6 points.
Oh yeah, you got two you got 2 players out front to go block, and they forgot to block Mr. Carruthers.
Well, it's a short gain, so it's now 3rd and 20, it looks like. So we may see Mr. Courtney's arm here, but he's got an arm too.
Oh, he's got a cannon.
Yeah. He's going to throw to the end zone. No, he's not. He had me fooled, but he throws it a little high, and that'll bring up 4th down. So it's 4th and really long. Can't imagine we're going to see him go for it. Might see a very long field goal attempt or perhaps a pooch punt.
Yeah, Xavier Thomas was the intended receiver right there, but Mr. McNulty, Jamarian McNulty, the junior, 6'1", 175. Yeah, he wasn't having none of that. Playing fantastic coverage right there.
Yeah. So it looks like we maybe a field goal attempt here, and a long one. Yeah, so he's got a very long field goal attempt here. It looks like from the 26. It's about a 43-yarder. Let's see if we can. Up, and I think it's going to be well short. Yeah. Not going to be. That's Preston Penton, who's been kicking all season for Navarre, but it's another turnover on downs, so we've seen a lot of that. And our good folks at Hill Kelly bringing you the action here tonight for Friday Night Rivals. We got a penalty? Oh.
He just wanted the ball.
I see that ref making a signal. I think he's making a call. That was funny. Okay. So now, Jeff, we've seen twice Niceville go for it on 4th and short, not convert. We just seen Navarre with a 43-yard field goal attempt. They don't convert. And so it's a whole lot of nothing here late in the first quarter with 1:37 left.
Yeah, but if you ask Coach Jay Walls, hey, you got a minute left and it's 0-0, I think you'd be pretty happy the way his defense has played so far.
Yeah, they've been impressive. Give up a couple of big plays. Here's Will Koch, and he's going to start with a pass. Could have been caught, would have been a great catch. Not to be pulled in, though, and is that number 11? So, excellent.
Yeah, Luke Underset right there. I mean, really good pass, but one he'd like to have back, I think, is he tried to get it out there quick so he could catch it, make a move, but the young man couldn't haul it in.
Gotcha.
Speaking of an arm, we talk about Marlon Courtney a lot, but I'll tell you what, Will Koch's got quite a cannon himself. He's made 2 long throws already.
2nd down and 10. He's going to throw it yet again. Throws it low yet again, though, and that's exactly the same play. It's Unterset again, and looks like he completed.
Incomplete pass.
Was it?
Check it out on the replay right here. Bob Tyler Toyota. Yep. Looks like it skipped in his arms.
All right, so
He tried to
now
act a
third
little
and
bit.
10. Yeah, that's the same play twice. Let's see if they try it yet a third time. Luke Untras, the senior wide receiver, the intended target back-to-back plays from Mr. Koch. And it's odd, you've mentioned his pinpoint accuracy, but both of those throws weren't great. That sounded like I was calling you out. Third and 10. Jeff, you mentioned, but just a short little pass, but it could end up being a nice little gain. Cuts back the other way, and he's got lots of room, folks. That is Sean Parker. He's already got one huge play tonight, and that's another one. That's going to be an Anderson Subaru 1st and 10, and a whole lot more after a terrific play. 5-yard pass turns into a very big gain as he cuts back the other way.
Check out number 58 right here. Watch the block so he can cut back. Boom, right there. Let's give a shout out to the young man, Jackson Roach, the senior, 6'1", 210, doing a great job.
22-yard gain there. Jackson Roach, by the way, one of the great names in high school football. So it's an Anderson Subaru 1st and 10. Under a little pressure, Koch is able to dump it off to Untrase yet again, and he does make something out of nothing there. It looks like a pickup of maybe 3. Koch was in some trouble there under a little pressure.
Yeah, tackled by Grady Kelly. Tell you what, Niceville's done a good job of containing Grady Kelly, not allowing him in the backfield. As we talk about Kelly having 13 sacks, the young man has 21 quarterback hurries, so that kind of tells you.
You are a huge fan of this kid.
Oh, I love it. I love those big defensive. You don't get to see them enough. It's such fast-paced football.
Going to be a sweep out here. That's Sean Parker, who's just tough to bring down. Boy, he's been impressive first quarter. It's another Anderson Subaru 1st and 10. Wow, Sean Parker looking really good.
Yeah, it looks like that Niceville offense is trying to get back to the old way of doing things right there. And
I know why you love watching Grady Kelly so much. People may not know. Jeff played high school quarterback, though you confessed to me last week you would have much preferred linebacker. That was your go-to spot. Right? You like taking him down?
It's way more fun. Hitting people is way more fun than getting hit. I think everybody can agree on that.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, but when you're the quarterback, you always talk about big man on campus. Come on.
Yeah, you're the first one to get blamed.
Looks like we may have had some movement here on 1st and 10. Oh, well. That was a timeout with 6 seconds left in the quarter.
Huh.
Surprised they would call that timeout, but they did. So that'll put us on hold here for just a moment. It's a big crowd. It's always a big crowd in Navarre, isn't it?
Yeah, of course, we've had a few games. We haven't had such big crowds, but here at Navarre, I tell you what, Navarre packs out. And I know that if you've never had a chance to go to a Niceville game, they pack their stadium out as well. That's why it looks like they travel pretty well tonight.
By the way, they've packed out Navarre almost here. So big crowds on both sides, and the Comfort Dental Smile Cam is
some Niceville fans.
Yeah, I see. That's a nice one to make it a smile. Come on. Everybody's a little tense. People are thinking, wait a minute, it's 0-0 with 6 seconds left. Look at this. Someone, please, give me a smile. If we can zoom in on Jeff here in the booth, he's smiling.
I'm happy to be here.
You should.
I tell you what, we love coming to Navarre. How about that?
Yeah, yes we do.
And how about the food, the barbecue?
They're so nice. They always feed the crew. Isn't that nice? They're awesome.
I mean, when we were doing, our intro, and they were talking to us, hey, did you guys get enough food to eat?
Yeah, right. Yeah, they walked up to us and said, "You guys all right?"
I don't think I ever get enough food to eat.
Although we were accused of stealing barbecue sauce. Let's not pretend that didn't happen.
Yeah, the lone kid. Christian, give him his barbecue sauce back.
All right, we're ready for action now. Looks like 1st and 10 here, and this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Koch going to keep that one himself, and boy, he loves to, speaking of enjoying a good hit, it seems like he's looking for it. That will be the final play of quarter number 1. It is 0-0 here. Hill, Kelly Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep Ram, bringing you Friday Night Rivals, folks. We'll be right back. Stay with us. We are back, folks. It's Hill Kelly's Friday Night Rivals. Start of quarter number 2, and Niceville's on the move. 2nd down now and about 5, and they're going to try and strike big here. Mr. Koch throws it out wide. I think that's an Anderson Subaru 1st and 10.
Yeah, I mean, it's good coverage right there, but not good enough because, hey, look, Navarre wants to give 6 or 7 yards on the outside. Niceville's just going to continue to run curl routes all night long until they decide to come up and play press.
Luke Unterse, definitely a friendly target for Mr. Koch. He's thrown to him all night.
And Kobe Johnson on the tackle.
All right, so There we go with a 1st and 10. Looks like this time around, Koch wants to keep it himself. Might have picked up a couple.
Once again, you see our new addition right there, the scores on the bottom
Yeah,
of the
that's
screen.
great. Very nice. Escambia just continues to roll up 7-0. They're looking so good. Ooh, look at this.
Oh.
Pace up on Washington. You mentioned the Wildcats are undefeated, but perhaps, well, I won't say anything else. It's too early in the game, but they're losing. Northview, North Bay Haven. Ooh, that's a fun game. 16-13 early on. All right, 2nd down now and 8. Koch keeps it again, and he's got lots of room,
He's
folks.
gone.
Yep, that's going to be touchdown, Niceville. That's Will Koch, man. He is a most definite threat to run. We've seen him all night, and that's going to be a 20-yard touchdown.
He's a tough runner.
Yeah.
Make note of that. He is trying to run over you. So Bob Tyler Toyota instant replay. Great read right there. Cut back. Great blocking downfield. Mr. Intercept. Great job.
Yep. So it's going to be Jacob Dunn on now to try and make it 7-0. So we have our first points of the night, a 20-yard touchdown from Will Koch of Niceville, who is tall, lanky, and tough to bring down. Extra point looks very good. It most certainly is. And just like that, folks, it is 7-0. You're watching Hill Kelly's Friday Night Rivals, and we sure are glad you're doing it. Stay with us, folks. A long way to go. Happy Friday, my friends. Hard to believe this is the last Friday of September. We're here, and we're glad you're with us. We're coming off the first touchdown of the night, scored by Will Koch. Big run for the quarterback from Niceville, and they are ready to kick off. We have seen an impressive turn so far from the Niceville defense. We know that that's no surprise, Jeff. They are outstanding.
Yeah, I mean, it's just business as usual for Niceville.
Yep.
I tell you what, is Navarre's defense has played really good up until that very last drive right there. And
looks like sophomore Trenton Hall is back to return for Navarre, and you know this crowd would love to see him take off.
Trenton Hall's a talented sophomore.
It's going to be a short kick, but it will fall into the arms of Mr. Hall right at the 10-yard line. Able to get it back to about the 22. The Niceville team is pumped. And let's swing it down to our sideline reporter, Clayton Habecker, who's been doing a great job for us all year. Hey, Clayton, what you got?
Guys, I'm down here with Jack Sparrow and Elizabeth Swan. Forgot where I was real quick. I'm with Ava and Austin, both seniors here at Navarre High School. They're the mascots, and they also lead the student section here. Tell me a little bit how that got started.
Well, for several years, we've had a tradition of people dressing up as pirates and leading chants and stuff, and just leading the student section. And we just last year, we started a new system where each of us was assigned a different role. And yeah, it's just fun to be able to goof around and represent the school.
So tell me, you were telling me earlier, what's your pirate crew's name again?
So I'm Lady Raider, he's the Raider, and then we have another one down there who's first mate.
Well, thank you guys so much. I'll let you get back to leading the crowd and cheering on your team. Thank you guys. Back to you.
Thank you, Clayton. Jeff, have you, if you needed to do some welding, would you know how to do that?
Somewhat.
Jeff, the answer is no. Just say no.
Okay, no, absolutely not,
No
Christian.
problem whatsoever, Jeff, because, our sideline reports are brought to us by the good folks at Brownsville Welding. So should you find yourself in a position where you think, that needs some welding, I don't know how to do it, not a problem. Call the folks at Brownsville.
Yeah, well, even if I didn't know how to do it, would you trust me to do it?
No.
Okay, that's why we're calling Brownsville Welding. How about that?
I trust you to do little to nothing. 3rd down now, and looks like about 7 here, as Navarre certainly doesn't want to give it up that quickly. So big moment here for them to convert. Marlon Courtney, he's a threat to run, but he has a cannon, so we'll see if they try to turn him loose here. He's in some trouble now. Gets away, though. Able to throw it out of bounds and save himself, although he's slow to get up. Hopefully, yeah, he's still not up.
And once again, so you see right there that we talked about Navarre's got to be able to keep Marlon Courtney upright. He had Trenton Hall open across the middle, but couldn't see him because he had a man right there in his face, and he had to dodge him. And that's what happens right there. That's the defense you see from Niceville, putting the pressure on him. Man, oh man, it could have been a big gain of Mr. Trenton Hall running across the middle right there.
Okay, so Navarre will be punting this one away, and looks like Untersaw, that's Nick, will be the man down the field. He's not going to try. Gets a great Niceville bounce and falls dead at the 41-yard line. So that's where Niceville will bring the offense back out to try and take over here as they lead it 7-0 with 9:51 to go. Still a whole lot of time. And as you alluded to earlier, Jeff, you know, I don't think if you talk to Jay Walls and say, look, it's going to be 7-0, 10 minutes left in the second, I don't think you'd feel too terrible about that, you know, because we know Niceville is terrific. What he may not be surprised about is that he hadn't scored yet against this great defense.
Yeah, well, here's the thing. So we talked about Niceville, and they've played a tough schedule. They haven't played a cupcake schedule, averaging, well, they've got 2 shutouts this year already. So they're averaging giving up 8 points a game. If you get down 2 scores here, it's going to be really, really tough to come back in this game. And we know Niceville, they're good on defense. Hey, it is what it is. You've got to get creative on the offensive side and find a way.
So here's Will Koch coming off that big touchdown run, and he's got all kinds of time. He's going to try and run it. Might have picked up a yard. So just couldn't find anybody downfield there.
Yeah, really, really good job right there.
Yeah, no doubt. You know, you mentioned, Jeff, that they had a couple of shutouts. They've got this great defense. But I want to bring this back. You know, we were talking about Washington, the Wildcats. They've had an incredible defense this year as well. But remember, the first 2 or 3 games, they pitched shutout. Then they gave up like 27. So, you know, you never know what's going to happen once you're out on the field, right?
No, it's just, well, and here's the thing, is we looked at Washington, and they gave up some points, and then it changed their whole demeanor. And, you know, Coach talked to us about that, but you got to continue to fight. And one thing is with Niceville, you look at these programs like Niceville and Navarre and things like that, these programs have been good for a long time. We talk about knowing how to win, knowing how to go through adversity. No matter what happens, these guys, if they give up some points, they give up some points. They come right back and clear it on the next drive. And that's the difference between teams that have been good for a long time and teams that are learning how to be good.
That was Prestari on the short run, 3rd down now and about 8. Koch this time does want to go downfield, and I think they complete the pass right at about the marker. That's Luke Unterse, who we've seen catching the ball all night. And that is going to be just enough for an Anderson Subaru 1st and 10. So they're going to move those chains.
What a rocket of an arm right there by Will Koch. And I remember last week we talked about Rylan McCurdy, you know, at Gulf Breeze and wearing the Tom Brady number 12. Will Koch doing his best Tom Brady impression. Oh, his favorite receiver right there, number 11, Mr. Unise, is Julian Edelman. How about that?
There you go. Yeah, he's used him all night. I mean, he's thrown to him 6 or 7 times. This time, though, they're going to just run the ball and nothing doing. Big play there from the defense. That was Sean Parker not able to get outside. So
yeah, Gabe Davis coming up and making a big tackle.
That's your boy.
Ah, love me some Gabe Davis. The young man's a heck of a player. I tell you what, he's going to play on Saturdays for sure.
Loss of 6. So that's a big play, folks. So you said Gabe Davis is a college-bound athlete?
He's got to be. I mean, he can do a little bit of everything. I think that he's a little undersized at the corner. It's tough to find corners that are very tall. He's only about 5'9", 5'10", but he just got a knack for finding the football.
Yeah. Koch rolling out. He's in some trouble here. Uses that speed, though, and looks like I think he stepped out of bounds before he got rid of it, so that's not going to be a pass. Yep, he went out of bounds, so that's going to be a big loss.
Yeah, regardless, Kobe Johnson was going to make the pass breakup right there for Navarre. You see Navarre's defense. It's like they got a little bit of life right here, down 7-0.
No, they're looking good, you know. I'd like to see Navarre move it down the field a little bit, you know. Really send a message, but yeah, this is nice. So it's 3rd and long, folks. That's a loss of 4. Looks like 3rd down now and about 18. Wouldn't be surprised if Mitchell Unterse, number 11 for Niceville, gets targeted, but I'm dead wrong because they're just going to run it back up the middle. And that's Sean Parker, who does get outside. Still on his feet, too.
He's got a 1st down.
Wow, does he?
He is going to have a 1st down.
Wow, that's huge, folks.
Oh,
that's
is just
3rd and
shame.
long. And Anderson Subaru is turned. Let me tell you what, you know, for Navarre, that's the kind of thing that can really break your spirit, especially if Niceville's able to turn this into something. They had him, too, but he just kept his balance very impressively.
Yeah, you saw the Bob Tyler Toyota instant replay, and just when I was talking about him a second ago, Gabe Davis took just a step of a wrong angle and couldn't cut him off.
They needed 14. They got 15, and Anderson Subaru 1st and 10 now onto the Navarre side of the field, down at the 36-yard line and moving. Pass out wide here. Maybe gets a yard. Not much more than that. That was Azariah Thomas, the receiver, who brought that in but couldn't go anywhere.
Yeah, and keep an eye on the top of the field. You got Unersay up there, and they're still playing 6 to 7 yards off of him. He's been beating them with those little comeback routes. Just interested to see if they'll ever come up and try to play some press man on him.
Mm-hmm. No, I know.
Oh, look at Choctaw right now over West Florida Tech. Yikes.
Man. Second down and about 8, it looks like. Baker up big over Jay, as you can see. Koch wants to go long on this one, and he's got his man, and it's a great catch. Wow, and he is awfully proud of a great catch. That was terrific. That is Dominic Anachiarico who hauled that in. Just a terrific catch. And by the way, a heck of a pass.
Yeah, pinpoint accuracy, and it looks like the defender had a little bit of the jersey too, but fights through it, and really, really great job.
The Synovus red zone is now on alert. Why don't we go ahead and take a look at a Bob Tyler replay if possible? I'd love to see that once again. But yeah, so Niceville is threatening here. Looks like we have a water break on the field, and so with 6:25 to go, it's a water break. It's Friday Night Rivals brought to you by Hill Kelly. We're glad you're with us, folks. Niceville threatening. Stay with us. We are back. Friday Night Rivals from Hill Kelly Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, Ram, and we're glad you're with us. Now, Niceville is 5-0, looking very good, trying to do something really hard, which is come into Navarre and win. They're up 7-0, and Jeff, they're threatening now. They've got 1st and 10, and a first down would get them all the way down to the 3, it looks like.
Yeah, and it came on that long 3rd and 14 play earlier, and they converted it, and they haven't looked back since, but Navarre's got to find a way to hold them to a field goal, if anything, right here.
All right, so it's a 1st and 10. Koch going to keep it just as he did before, and same results. That's going to be another touchdown. Boy, he's tough to bring down once he's inside the red zone, isn't he?
Oh, absolutely. Just a tough runner. He is not trying to run around you. He will run through you if he has to. We see the Bob Tyler Toyota instant replay. Just a quarterback draw play, design run, man, oh man.
So there you go, another big score for Niceville, now leading it 13-0, and they're going to try, of course, and complete the extra point here. This is Jacob Dunn, who's 1 for 1 on the extra points. It may get blocked. It is blocked, and this could be this is worth points if he picks it up, isn't it? Nope, not in high school. There's just too many rules for me. Although, to be fair, I don't think he knew it either. he's halfway down the field.
Just a reaction.
But so they're not able to convert. We've got the sideline report now from Brownsville Welding. Let's kick it down to Clayton Habecker. Oh my, hold on. You know, sometimes it just doesn't work out. Clayton, we good to go down there? Or that's a no-go, Daniel. Let me know. I know Mr. Habecker's ready to tell us something good. Well, all right, we'll get back to him. Yeah, no problem. We'll get back to him. He's down there. He's ready to rock and roll. We forgot we needed a camera, but I think we have one now. So, Clayton, you ready?
Yes.
Well, you're up.
Guys, I'm down here with Natalia. It is quite the scene down here. There is 100 cheerleaders of all ages. Natalia, tell me a little bit about what you guys are doing here tonight.
So this is our little girls camp for the Navarre Raiders, and we're just going to show the little girls some Raider spirit out here. And we just have all ages from NYSA, and we're just teaching them, you know, what it's like to be a high school Raider cheerleader out here.
Well, guys, they definitely brought them out in full force tonight. I'm sure you guys are ready. Can I get a go Raiders? She got camera shy on us. I understand. It's okay.
I totally get it. That's why we're up here in the booth, Jeff. We don't want to be on camera either.
No, not more than we have to.
Yeah. All right, here we go. Navarre going to try and respond. They need something. That is kicked out of bounds, and that's going to be an easy penalty, and should give Navarre a pretty good place to start.
And illegal procedure right there.
Mm-hmm. I don't know why they want to proceed illegally.
I don't know.
You know, that I don't get, Jeff.
And Coach Jay Walls is pretty upset. Not sure if they were offside. Looks like he's going to make them re-kick.
Okay. A classic re-kick. Let's line it up and do it again here with 6:18 to go in the second quarter. 13-0 Niceville. They missed the extra point a couple of minutes ago, and that's why we have the 13 rather than the 14. They do have 2 touchdowns, both long runs from quarterback Will Koch, who's tough to bring down. Looking real sharp tonight. You know, we've been talking a lot about his running. You've mentioned his pinpoint accuracy. Guy can really get it done.
Yeah, we talked about it earlier. One of the really good game managers, and he's done just that tonight.
So now Niceville kicks off from their 35, and this is good news for Navarre. They should have a decent chance to get some good field position. This is going to be, yeah, this is going to once again, sure is. And it looks like I think they've proceeded illegally again.
Man, it just must be the new thing now.
Yeah, it's like me on number 17 at Sawgrass, just hooked city. That was for you, Dan.
Speaking of talking about us in the booth, how about, did you hear about Tony Romo? So we know he...
Yeah, what have I heard? Do I ever heard what about Tony Romo?
Well, you know, Tony Romo does the games on Sunday.
I knew that, yes.
You know, of course, former Dallas quarterback
I was
that could
aware.
never win the playoff
Yes,
game.
yes.
You know, always seemed, you know, anyway, whatever. Not.
Clearly you're...
So anyway, he was 2 shots off the lead.
Oh, really?
At the actual PGA Tour event,
Wow.
the Safeway Open. So, you know, any of you guys that follow golf just thought that was an interesting fact that he is
I
at
know, you know, he's played in a few tournaments, and guy's got some talent. Although his most impressive talent is his ability to predict everything that'll happen.
everything that will happen.
It's like Kreskin. Do you know? Does Kreskin mean anything to you?
Nope,
no,
nothing.
I'm assuming not. All right, 1st and 10 now. As Navarre going to try and get things rolling. They need something.
There you go.
Yeah, this is a big play right off the bat. That's a heck of a start to this drive.
Trenton Hall on the carry, the sophomore. How about that?
That's what the crowd wanted to see. That gets them pumped. That's an Anderson Subaru 1st and 10. Good folks from Bob Tyler giving you another look.
Just a great run. And keep in mind, this young man's going to be wearing that Raiders jersey right there for a few more years.
So we move over now to the Niceville side of the field with 6 minutes to go here in the half. And there's our PA announcer getting after it. Looks like Courtney wants to throw to the end zone. He's got a man open, too. Overthrows him just by a couple of yards, but he most certainly did have his intended receiver wide open.
Trenton
That
Hall
was Trenton
again.
Hall down there, yeah.
Man, it had a couple steps on the guy. Marlon tried to put a little air underneath it, but didn't put too much air right there.
Here's
to the
another
Bob
look.
Tyler Toyota.
I'll tell you what, let me just say, though, despite the fact that he overthrew it, it seems like every pass he throws is just pretty. That guy is really good.
Fantastic mechanics. And keep in mind, this young man got invited to one of the top quarterback camps for high schoolers up at Vanderbilt in Nashville, Tennessee, and you can see why.
Okay. So they keep it on the ground this time, and they definitely pick up a few. Just going to bring up a 3rd down now and about, I'd say 6 yards to go. So Navarre finding themselves in another 3rd and long situation, and I know with 5:34 to go here, last thing they want to do is put the ball, is it 4th down?
No, this is 4 down territory right here for Navarre.
Jeff,
I didn't mean
if
to
you're
mess you
wondering
up.
why I
Right.
said that Jeff holds up a 4, I thought he was saying, no, it's 4th down. He was saying it's 4 down territory. So we don't have the codes with each other just yet. Courtney going to throw it out wide, and yes, indeed, that's Tyler England, who's a big player, and he's got the 1st down, I think. That's an Anderson Subaru 1st and 10. Big conversion there for Navarre.
Yeah, we hadn't said Tyler England's name very much so far, but hey, he gets that Anderson Subaru 1st and 10. How about that? And didn't know if you know this once again.
What's that?
I heard Anderson Subaru has a Subaru for you.
You know, the folks, the phrase "tired bits" gets old, but
Hey, anytime you can make them happy, make them
that's
happy.
true. That's true. I'm sure that Anderson Subaru is not tired of that bit.
No, Anderson
Actually-
Subaru is not tired of that bit.
Actually, they might be. Even they are like, all right, Jeff, easy, we get it.
Well, hey, you got Anderson Subaru, Hill Kelly, Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram.
Yes.
How about that?
How about what? I'm going to need more. That reminds me of Cliff Clavin comedy. What's up with that?
Oh, and don't forget Bob Tyler Toyota. How about that?
That's insightful. Thank you. Yes, I'm glad you said it. Thanks for having the courage to say it.
I'm just here for the people.
Let's get going here again.
You're here for the
1st
game.
down and long after the penalty, 1st and 15, and back now at the 35-yard line. Excuse me. Courtney going to keep it and making some. Ooh! As I was saying, make it. Oh, flags all over the place. What's this about? Is he getting with the helmet there?
Not sure. And I can tell you one thing: he didn't do any favors by pointing to the Navarre sideline.
Oh, I missed that. Well,
came
then
out.
that's the penalty. I didn't see that part. That's the.
And that is Michael Carruthers.
Who, by the way, we've called his name, had a big night. He's made a few plays, and that was an incredible hit.
Yeah.
But yeah, you can't get up and point. That's not going to work out for you.
Not sure if it was on the hit or on the point when he walked out, but man.
All right, so. Well, you know what? That's a big break for Navarre.
Unsportsmanlike. So
Yeah,
it was when
yeah.
it wasn't on the hit. It was
No,
on.
it was on the
after the play.
yeah.
We'll see the Bob Tyler Toyota instant replay. Watch a big
The
right there.
stick was
Boom.
right there,
That was a
yeah.
legal hit.
Yeah.
He gets up, points right
Oh
there.
yeah. You can't do that. Yeah, it's just you can't do that. So now it's an Anderson Subaru 1st and 10, and looks like down into the Synovus red zone or right on it. Looks like they're right at about the 20-yard line, and that hit is a very big deal. Puts Navarre in a good position, and late here in the second quarter, just before the half, you know they'd love to get some points on the board.
Well, we talked about Marlon Courtney. You know, he's been beat up the past few games. That's just one hit you cannot allow him to take. But hey, that's his game. He runs the football.
Yeah, big hit there, man. What a stick. Courtney once again making some nifty moves, and now throwing to the
Wide
inside.
open.
All alone. Wow.
Wow.
What a play.
Jaden
That's
Antonio in the corner of the end zone had everybody looking to the Niceville side. Wow.
That's a 20-yard touchdown pass. And, you know, listen, that is all Marlon Courtney. The way he
Absolutely.
makes some incredible moves, buys himself some time. Watch this, the Bob Tyler replay. Couple of times he's in trouble, breaks
Missed
out of
tackle,
breaks,
missed
and now he's
tackle.
just like, are you kidding me? He's that open? And yep, he's that open. Look at that.
Secure that with the body and two hands. How about
yeah,
it?
you said it. Incredible. All right, so just like that, a very big play. And the kick is up, the kick is good, and just like that, with 4:26 to go, it is now 14-7. So listen, Jeff, that let's not underestimate that hit that cost them 15 yards. The very next play turns into a touchdown. That was a very big deal on that unsportsmanlike conduct.
Yeah, I mean, you take a great moment for your defense, and
Yeah.
because it's a selfish penalty, now you give the offense a chance. And, hey, how about Marlon Courtney? We talk about that play was all him.
Yeah.
Well, he takes that big hit, gets up, comes back and delivers right there, and that's why he is one of the top players.
Yeah, that was big time. We've got Clayton Habecker on the sideline, of course, from Brownsville Welding, providing these reports all season long. So I love checking in with Clayton. What do you got?
Guys, I got to tell you, between week 1 and today, this energy in the crowd is off the charts. I don't know if it's all those cheerleaders. I don't know if it's just a big rivalry game, but you can definitely tell tonight it's a little bit of a different atmosphere here in Navarre. Back up to you guys.
Clayton, I'm not surprised to hear you say that. You know, we were here week 1. It was against Gulf Breeze. And, Jeff, I mean, everybody's still feeling things out. Granted, we were all pumped footballs back. But now we're halfway through the season. This is district play, and it's going to feel a little bit different.
Yeah, like a little bit like a playoff atmosphere here tonight.
Yeah, no doubt.
And for Navarre, it pretty much is.
Yeah, right. They could use this one. That would be big. They are trailing right now, 13-7, and Niceville coming back out on the field. They've got plenty of time, 4:18 to go, and they still got a couple of their timeouts too. So they'd love to march it down the field, and if nothing else, pull a field goal out of it. Remember, they actually went for a 43-yard field goal earlier in the game. Now he missed it, but the fact that they went for it, I think, is telling. They're not afraid to kick it long.
Well, speaking of field goals, and I remember we were talking about it earlier, one of Niceville's coaches was out here kicking 50-yarders. The
Incredible.
coach was out here kicking 50-yarders.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Wouldn't surprise me if their kicker would be able to.
Yeah, right. You know, they've got the right kicking coach, that's for sure. All right, Will Koch ready to go. Going to throw it out wide. A terrific defensive play there. It's a forward pass, but that's a great play by number 24, Bailey Houston, who we called his name a time or two tonight. And he gets there just in the nick of time.
Yeah, he almost picked that ball off.
Yeah.
And boy, you're talking about a pick six.
Yeah.
Well, you're talking about the energy, like Clayton was saying.
Yeah.
This place would have erupted.
No doubt about it. But, my friend, that's a case of woulda, coulda, shoulda. So now second down and 10 to go. Either way, you know Navarre would love to hold them and get their hands on the ball one more time. Man, I can't get over that touchdown from Marlon Courtney. That's just such a case of when you've got that kind of talent, anything's possible. You know what I mean? You can never count a team out. Like they're gonna. Oh, another great effort that didn't hold up. That's Sean Parker on the run. I thought he was going to take it down in the backfield, Jeff, but he just kept pumping.
Yeah, and he should have. And that's things right there for Navarre's defense. When they have a chance to make a TFL or a tackle for loss, they've got to. They've got to slow this offense down and not allow them to get. Goes from a 3 or 4 yard loss to now a 6 or 7 yard gain.
3rd down and 5. And how are we 5 weeks in before I hear you drop TFL?
Oh, TFL?
Yeah.
Oh, you like that?
Where was that in week 1?
Just easing into it.
3rd down and Coke gonna keep it. He's real good at that. Nice spin move, video game style. Comes up. It's gonna be real close. This will be very interesting if it is short, because they go for it and don't get it. Now you're really giving Navarre a chance, but they got it. So it's an Anderson Subaru 1st and 10. You know, I'm trying to set up some drama here. I'm trying to really intrigue people, and then they just move the chains. Do they not care about the showbiz side?
I'm going to go with no.
Okay. All right.
Yeah,
Appreciate the honesty. Now I know where I stand.
I don't want to leave you hanging.
No, I'd rather, I need to know, honestly. If I don't find out, I won't learn. Nice little sweet play here. Oh, look at him go, boy. That's Sean Parker, who's been awesome all night. Picks up 9. He's terrific.
Yeah, he really is. And those legs keep it churning. I mean, he doesn't stop.
Junior running back, so good news for Niceville. He's not going anywhere.
Look, when we talked about it earlier, these teams just being elite, it just seems every single year they just reload and reload. Both these schools, there's a bunch of teams that do it, but these two right here, first two to come to mind, it's just incredible the talent they have walking the halls.
So 2nd down and very short, maybe about half a yard it looks like. A low snap, and that's going to be on the ground, and Coke is able to recover it, but that's a big deal. They lose about 4, and now it's going to be 3rd down and 4.
That's a tremendous deal.
Yeah.
A little bit of a soft snap, and Coke was trying to take his step back like he normally would, expecting the ball to go ahead and hit it in the hands, and man, they're lucky they got that one back.
So 3rd down now with 2:18. The clock is ticking, 2:18 to go. 3rd and about 5, a very big moment for the Navarre defense. They used 2 timeouts early, so they've only got 1 left. They hand this ball up the middle. That's another loss, and we'll see if Navarre chooses to use a timeout now, because they're going to get the ball back, I think.
Looks like they're just going to let it run.
Yeah, that's why I was suggesting they might call that timeout. You know, it'll be interesting. Niceville's gone for it on 4th and short a couple of times. This is 4th and 5. It'll be real interesting to see if they decide to go for it here.
They're just going to let the clock run down, and, well, I was going to say, well, the way they were doing it, they were going to let the clock run down and then call a timeout.
Yeah.
But it looks like Navarre's going to go ahead and take their timeout.
That's right, but where was that 20 seconds ago? But nonetheless, minute 35 now, and Navarre will get the ball back, it looks like.
Yeah, really interesting. This game it's been fun. I mean, we talked about Niceville kind of had the momentum first quarter, and you talk about they score right after the beginning of the 2nd quarter. And Navarre wide open down the field after a big unsportsmanlike penalty on Niceville, and that's just what the doctor ordered if you're Navarre right here. And if you can come and if you get a field goal, that's great. If you get a touchdown and get an extra point and go up at halftime, boy, oh boy, it's going to be hard. We talk about Navarre being so good at home. They're going to be tough to pull this one out.
Clayton was talking about that atmosphere. If Navarre found a way to take a lead here heading into the half, this place would go nuts. But with a minute 35 to go and they don't even have the ball in their hands yet, that does seem like a tall order. But I would also say with a guy like Marlon Courtney, it doesn't take much. Just get out of his way. The guy's incredible. Looks like we're seeing the teams head back to the field, so I think we're ready to get this thing going. Niceville cheerleaders are hoping their team can get a stop here.
It looks like Navarre's going to set up a return.
All right, here we go. Terrific snap, handled perfectly.
Really good directional punt right there.
Yep. It is fielded. Stay up. He's able to stay up. Just a great effort on that punt return, boy. Does not want to go down. That's big play right there.
Gabe Davis, and we got some laundry on the field back at about the 45-yard line.
All right, let's see what that is. That was really impressive how he kept his balance off the top of that thing. Watch this. Oh, I'm sorry. I thought it's a 20-yard return. Yeah, so
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Impressive.
And the 6-man makes a tackle.
Did we see what the penalty is yet?
Not
See them
yet.
still talking about it. Looks like they're about to make the call here.
So we got a Niceville
Yeah,
player
I got an
down.
injured player on the field too. So a minute 18 to go, and pending this penalty, could be very good field position with a short amount of time for Navarre, and they may have an opportunity to do something with this.
Interested if it's going to be an illegal block on the punt team for Niceville.
It's another big crowd here tonight, as it always is at Navarre. It's tough to come here and win. I mean, remember that Niceville is a team that hadn't lost yet. They're 5-0. Good to see him up and walking. And even with that said, as we talked about off the top, 5-0 is great, but walking out of Navarre 6-0 is not going to be easy. Next week, by the way, hey, going to my alma mater, Catholic High. Looking forward to it. As is it Autauga?
Autauga Academy.
Autauga Academy. You said they're good.
Yeah, they're one of the top private schools in Alabama.
Yeah,
Up
okay.
toward the Prattville area.
Prattville.
But I tell you what, it's going to be tough. You're rolling into Catholic. That's one of the hottest teams.
They're looking good. So the penalty, obviously, by the way, was on Navarre, as that's a big hit all the way back at the 20-yard line. So now they got a long way to go. But, yeah, to finish your thought on Catholic?
I just think Catholic, if you haven't gotten a chance to watch them, man, it's going to be fun. And that's a talented team. And I tell you what, not to get people too hyped up, but this could be the year for Catholic. Everything's falling in their favor. They got a lights-out defense, got a lights-out offense. The coach is doing a fantastic job over there. It's going to be fun.
And lights out. That's good?
Lights out, yes,
Is
absolutely.
a good thing? Okay, gotcha.
It's like when you were shooting back in the day.
Ooh, no, that was a lights out situation. Look at Courtney right off the bat. He's got his man on a crossing route, and that's looking really good. A big play to get things going. That's just the start they needed with a short amount of time. And that's Xavion Davis who hauled that in. Big play. That's going to be a gain of 23. Jeff, that's the way you start a drive with no time.
Oh, for sure.
And they're still rolling.
They got to go.
Yeah.
They got no timeouts left, and we're under a minute. They get going.
Marlon says, hold on, Jeff. I'm just going to take my time here. Another out route. Ooh! Woo. Perfect timing on the hit there, so that ain't going to work out. That was a great play by Michael Carruthers, who's been all over the field tonight.
Yeah, Carruthers, ones we talked about that had that unsportsmanlike penalty earlier, making up for right there at the safety position.
Big play. So that stops the clock with 53.7 to play here, as you can see. 2nd and 10. 44-yard line on their own side of the field. Just dumps it off.
Yeah, we got a penalty.
Yeah, that's Jaden Antonio off to the races, but that penalty is in the general zone of holding, and another injured man on the field too. Looks like a Niceville player is down and hurting.
Boy, he is in pain.
Yeah, a couple of things to straighten out here. First of all, let's hope he's okay, and then the other thing, of course, is what's that penalty?
It's in the area of typical holding.
Yeah.
Looks like they're walking it back, so it definitely will be on Navarre. We sure hope the young man's all right.
That's a bad break, yes, again for Navarre. So they had a really nice return on that kickoff, not able to do anything with it because of the penalty, and now another big play coming back. So that's a 21-yard negated. He's still down on the field. I'd love to give you his name. I wasn't able to see his number. Looks like he's getting up, though, so that's good to see. Yeah, there we go. He's going to be okay. It looks like that's Jordan Fowler for Niceville, who's walking off the field, which, of course, is wonderful. Not so wonderful if you're a Navarre fan. They got the big penalty there, and they lose a whole lot of yards instead of gaining a whole lot of yards, folks. A 21-yard gain turns into a significant loss, and it's now 2nd down and 25.
Well, now here for Navarre. Interesting way you got to play it here. Got a sideline warning against Navarre right there. But interesting because you've got 43 seconds. You want to pass the football, but you dang sure don't want to risk a pick 6 right here.
No, I would agree.
So here's the question. You're down by 6. Do you run the football and let the clock run out? Then again, Niceville has 2 timeouts.
You know what? You got Marlon Courtney with a huge gun. I see you throw it way downfield. Doesn't work out, you punt the ball.
Well, I say you run an RPO or a run pass option right here. And, hey, give them a chance. If it's there, go for it. If not, take off and run with it.
Well, I say you don't do that. How do you like
there
that?
You go.
All right, second and long after the penalty, and 43 seconds to go here. Mr. Courtney is in some real trouble, and he's going to take a big loss. Just a big play by the Niceville defense, several of them.
Yeah, multiple Eagles on the tackle. And
so now if you're Navarre, you think, I mean, just run the clock out unless Niceville decides to call a timeout. It's third down after the loss of 13 and about 40.
Yeah, it's a little interesting that Niceville didn't call a timeout after that big sack right there, but hey, they may not want to risk Navarre getting a big play either.
And by the way, it's third down and 36, so I wasn't kidding. And it does look like we're just going to let the clock roll here, so we may be heading into the half with
it's only 36 yards.
13-7. What's that? Exactly. Just go for it. Nope, they're not going to. That'll do for the first half, folks. A very good half, as a matter of fact. 13-7, and that's going to be, I think, lead to an exciting second half of this game. Niceville 5-0 and Navarre 3-2, but we know Navarre's at home. They're tough to beat. We are going to hear from one of the coaches here, as we always do. Jeff, what stands out to you so far?
I think Navarre's defense has stood out to me. Of course, we knew Niceville had a really good defense, and we kind of knew what Niceville. Here's the thing with Niceville: they are what they're going to be, day in and day out. They stay true to who they are, and that's it. For Navarre, we talked about they had to get creative. Well, they've gotten a little creative, but are they going to be able to withstand the second half when they start to get a little tired?
Right.
Niceville continue. That's where Niceville tends to finish you off, we would say. So, but the thing is, Navarre's at home. They've got everything in their favor waiting on in the second half.
And we've talked about the fact, you talked about them getting tired. We know that Navarre is injured, and we know that they're a little bit younger. So that will be something to watch, whether they tire out. I don't think we're going to be able to grab the coach. So with that in mind, we are going to go ahead and go to break. It is halftime here on Friday Night Rivals from Hill Kelly. Current score 13 for Niceville, 7 for the home team, Navarre Raiders. We're live, folks. It's Friday Night Rivals. We've just started the half here. Of course, our friends from Hill Kelly bring this opportunity every single week, and we love it, too. The good folks at Andy Citrum, of course, responsible for our halftime show, and we thank them for that every week, too. I want to tell you, this is an exciting game so far. 13 for Niceville, 7 for Navarre, but Niceville's undefeated, so we'll see what happens in the second half. We're a long way away, still about 15 minutes away, it looks like, from the second half. I do want to send it down to Clayton Habecker on the sidelines. He's got the Brownsville Welding sideline report. And Clayton, who do you have for us?
Guys, I'm down here with Mr. Murphy, the athletic director here at Navarre. He is one of the most humble men you will ever meet in making this happen. Now, tell me a little bit about your staff and as far as how it makes it go and getting this environment with Navarre and giving you guys the advantage.
Well, I'm blessed being here at Navarre High School. Starts with administration, Mr. Nowak and his assistant principals, then the coaches that we have to help Coach Walls with his game, because I feel that Coach Walls should just worry about the football game tonight and not have to worry about concession stands or ticket sales and parking. And I have some of our other coaches to other sports that help us, and we try to make it worthwhile and make everything run smooth so people enjoy coming back to Navarre High School.
Like I said, guys, one of the unsung heroes here in giving Navarre this home field advantage. Thank you so much, and thank you for being such great hosts to us as well.
Thank you for coming back every year.
Thank you very much. Yeah, no doubt about it. This really is one of the great places to come every single year. That's why we schedule them twice. I think next year we're going to try and do 10 games here in Navarre if we can. It's a lot of fun. We're glad you guys are with us. You know, we always like to highlight these scholar athletes, our friends over at Levin Law. Make sure we do that with the Scholar Athlete of the Week. And tonight we're going to feature Mary Blount. Let me tell you, 4.6 GPA. I'll never understand how that's possible. Mathematically, I thought it ended at 4. Mine always ended at 2, but not for Miss Blount, who's got it figured out. She's a softball player, she's a volleyball player, and obviously she's extremely smart. Just a hardworking young lady. So let's say congratulations to our Scholar Athlete of the Week, presented by Levin Law. This is Mary Blount.
I'd like to say thank you to my parents and my brothers for supporting me, my coaches, they're great coaches, and 11 Papantonio for sponsoring this. Thank you so much again.
I'm attorney Rachel Gilmer with Levin Papantonio. At Levin Papantonio, we understand the value of education and teamwork that is gained through high school sports. That's why we're a proud supporter of student athletes everywhere.
But yeah, I did participate in sports. I went to Pensacola High School, as a matter of fact, back in the 60s. Played baseball for Fred Waters, who's a well-known baseball coach around here. Teamwork, that's the main thing that's to be learned from team sports. And nobody can do anything on their own. You need somebody to help you. And that's a great lesson to learn for anybody in life.
Higgins drops back. Now he's running when there was no rush. Just throws it up for grabs. And it is caught! Caught off the tip!
Barber is going to the air looking for Tyjon Jones. Shakes free, now heaves it downfield. Jones behind the defense. He's got it. Tyjon Jones racing to the pylon. He's in. Touchdown.
Stevenson one-on-one. There they go. And knocked away.
What a grab.
Into the
what
arm.
a grab. And really, good coverage. Ball off the helmet of the defender.
Look, ball's tipped at the line of scrimmage. Nice job. If you can't get the quarterback, get your hands up, and that's exactly what he does.
And he was double teamed.
Yeah.
He's given with a running. Bouncing this one, the Harlandale defense swarming.
Against Desert Oasis.
Riggin goes over the top, and he's got a man, and what a diving catch! Going to the corner of the end zone. That's in the air forever, but it's going to come down into the waiting arms again of Fisher Welsh.
Kick it off, and McDonough will grab it at the 6-yard line. McDonough down the sideline, only has to get past the kicker. McDonough speeds to the end zone. 94 yards.
Earn your career in a year at Laughlin Technical College. The mission of Laughlin Tech is to prepare students for current and emergent high-demand careers through collaboration with community stakeholders. Expanding opportunities and access to training programs will provide a talent pipeline to meet regional workforce demands. From automotive to welding and legal administrative specialist, go to laughlintech.com for information about classes and registration.
We're back live, folks. It's Friday Night Rivals here live from Navarre High School. The Eagles have come over undefeated. They lead right now 13-7. Still looks like about 5.5 minutes to go here in the halftime show. A few of the cheerleaders there continuing to get it done. Let's go ahead and take a look at some of the highlights from the first half and find out how we got to this point, this 13-7 game. There you can see the action early. This is looking good. Niceville, Jeff. Oh, check that. Were we supposed to do stats? Oh, we're doing highlights, and this was a big play. This was early on, too, and you can hear that crowd. Niceville brought a lot of folks over.
Oh, man. And like we talked about it earlier, both these teams travel very well, and they pack their stadiums out, and you see why tonight. And you also see how big of a rivalry game this is.
I want to point out that right there, that's Will Koch running for a touchdown. He did that pretty much exact same thing a couple of times, and here's the other one.
Here's the other one.
Yeah, this is what put them up 13-0, and it was feeling like, real trouble for Navarre, but Marlon Courtney here makes a terrific play, some evasive work, and finds his man quite literally all alone, about as open as you'll ever see anybody.
Well, and being able to dodge defenders and then get your eyes back downfield, that's talent right there.
Yeah, he's so good. And again, he's a threat to run for sure, but that dude can throw it. He's got a real gun. So the halftime stats here, you can see, look at that passing yardage there. Niceville at 139 yards, so a big half through the air, 53 for Navarre. Rushing was pretty even, 85 yards on the ground for Niceville, got 78 for Navarre. Total yards, though, Niceville with a big edge because of the passing difference at 224. Not a turnover in the game just yet, and only 5 penalties. It's a pretty clean game, Jeff.
Yeah, and if you look at Navarre and coming into the struggles they've had, 13-7, you're going to take that all day long.
Yeah.
You survived the first half, and here you go into the second.
And let's also, to be fair to Navarre, they are 3-2. It's easy to you think struggles when it's a team that usually, is 4-1, 5-0, that kind of thing. So, everybody's got different standards, and Navarre's a good team, but 3-2, and they have played a tough schedule, we know.
Yeah, both these teams have played really tough schedules, and Navarre is just not used to losing 2 games in a year.
Yeah,
exactly,
it's just like,
exactly. Right. To your point, and neither one of these teams is. So I tell you what, make no mistake, we know Niceville's good. Navarre is just as talented, and they're still one of the top teams.
And they're playing at home tonight, but they are losing 13-7. I tell you, that touchdown late in the second half was a very big deal, and it was sparked by an unsportsmanlike conduct. There was a big defensive play from Niceville, really an incredible stick, and that was a legal hit, no problem. The problem was it was Carruthers, right? Gets up and pointed over to the Navarre sidelines. And that was a problem. Got the 15-yard penalty. The very next play was a touchdown. So with about 2.5 minutes left here in the half, we're going to take one more break. When we come back, hoping to hear from one of our coaches and get this thing rolling. It's Friday Night Rivals presented by Hill Kelly Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram. The half is almost over, and by that I mean halftime, with about 10 seconds officially on the halftime clock. I don't think we're quite going to hit that, but the teams are back on the field, no doubt, pepped up, ready to go. This is a good game. You know, 2 weeks ago we had that Northview game that was very exciting, but the other two of the last three were blowouts, so this one's tight. Hey, Clayton Haybaker's downstairs right now, and he's got Navarre's coach.
Guys, down here with Coach Wells. Close game going into the half. Definitely got a little bit of momentum going in. What was the message to the team?
Well, you know, that it's a close ball game. We've made a lot of mistakes on offense. We've had a lot of penalties. We just got to clean things up, execute better, and go out and play the second half. And we always talk to our kids about the first half doesn't matter. You know, the second half is what counts. And so, like I said, it's anybody's game. We just got to get out there and play better.
Big thing we've been talking about tonight is you guys are a different team at home. Talk about a little bit of your home field advantage, what that means to you.
Well, you know, we're just, you know, comfortable at home. We got a big crowd, you know, great atmosphere. But, you know, we got to be good wherever we're playing. But, you know, definitely excited about being at home. You know, we've been on the road for 3 weeks against really good opponents, and it's good to be home. And certainly against a good opponent, Niceville is very good.
Thank you so much, Coach Wells. Best of luck to you in the second half. Back over to you guys.
Thank you, Clayton. Appreciate that as always, and thank you to Coach for stopping by. So you hear him saying there, hey, first half doesn't matter. I don't know that I've ever heard a coach say that, but second half here, that's a good message, I guess, when you're trailing by 6 points, and they are at home. What do you think may be the keys here for the second half, Jeff?
Well, the second half doesn't matter. That's your halftime message. You obviously don't go into the game. All right, guys, listen. Let's just get to this second half and we'll be fine. All right, don't worry about it. No, but the keys here for Navarre: continue to play great defense. And yeah, they're down 13-7 right now, but they have played lights out defense. Yep. And yes, Christian, lights out is fantastic.
It's a good thing.
It is a good thing. But on offense, you've got to continue to find creative ways to score. Marlon Courtney makes a fantastic play there. If he doesn't, it's 13-0 right now, or it may be more. If you're Niceville, continue to do what you've done. They play their brand of football, and they don't stray away from it at all. They don't feel like they have to. And, hey, if you're 5-0, continue to do what you're doing.
Doing something right, no doubt about that. Navarre won the coin toss at the beginning of the game. They deferred to the second half. So Navarre will get the ball first, and certainly that's good news for them. They'd love to strike early, send a message that this thing's got a long way to go. Good friends at Comfort Dental providing the smile cam and having no trouble showing the smiles now. As we
Niceville band is getting down over there.
Having a good time. Not smiling now because they're all business. There you go. Nice little smile. Yeah,
that's the dance you were doing earlier.
That's true. That is true. Sadly, it was just for you and Dre here in the booth.
Yeah, how about Dre? Bringing you the stats again. Dr. Dre.
Yeah. You hear me say a 6-yard gain. That's the hard work of Dre.
Because Christian can't count to 6.
I got nothing. Nothing to say. Still look at this. Okay.
How about that? Little DJ on the sidelines.
Isn't that about right?
That's pretty accurate.
Look at him checking his email. Okay. You know, look at this. I played the tuba at Workman Middle School.
Okay.
Yeah, I was slated to play the trombone, and there were no tuba players, and so.
You took it on. You were the one tuba player.
Well, I believe his name was Mr. or Dr. I believe Van Meter. Said, hey, we need a tuba player. And I looked at my buddy Charles and I said, hey, dude, I'll do it if you do it. He said, okay. We raised our hands, spent the year as tuba players.
Now look at college bands everywhere. There are tuba players thanks to Christian.
Thank you. Yes. Yep.
Thank you. Because the band wouldn't be the same without the tuba.
Listen, thanks for saying that. I appreciate it. Not enough people recognize that, but it's about the kids, Jeff.
You are so humble.
Agreed. You know, I'm
Even though you
good
stole
at
that kid's barbecue sauce before the game, you are so humble.
Allegedly. All right, looks like we're getting real close to the action here. So
you see Coach Grant Thompson right there.
Got to be feeling real good about his team halfway through the season. Haven't lost a game. Haven't lost in districts, obviously.
Yeah, and when you listen to him talk, he's so enthusiastic, and he is all about Niceville football. I mean, you talk about being a model of the school and the sport and everything like that. He does such a great job, and his kids buy into the energy that he has. And boy, he's fun to talk to.
Well, we may be talking to him after the game if he's the winning coach. Of course, we always have our trophy presentation. We're also going to tell you who we see as the player of the game, so that's all to come after the game. But for now, we got to find out what the heck's going to happen. And as mentioned moments ago, Navarre will receive and see what they can do here. They're going to have Gabe Davis is usually back. Trenton Hall joins him back there on kick returns. We'll see if one of those two gentlemen gets their hands on the ball here. All right. It's a big boot. Fielded back at about the 8-yard line, and sure enough, that's Gabe Davis. Ooh, he's going to get outside, too. Got a flag on the play, though. That may be coming back. Boy, some nifty moves there, but...
See Bob Tyler Toilet instant replay right here. Cuts back, makes a man miss, makes another man miss, another one. Goes to the sideline, pushed out.
That's going to be a hold on Navarre, it looks like. So.
That's going to be half the distance to the goal right there.
Yeah, that's a big penalty.
Not the way you wanted to start out if you're Navarre, but if you're Niceville, plays right into your hands.
Hill Kelly bringing us Friday Night Rivals, folks. And I'm certainly glad you are with us. Obviously, we know you love football if you're watching tonight. Hopefully you enjoy these games each and every week. We're going to Catholic High School next week, taking on Atauga Academy.
That's correct. Atauga.
Atauga Academy. I need to learn to say that.
You're brave.
Doing this next week. I need to get a feel for how that's pronounced. 1st and 10 after the penalty, way back at their own 10-yard line. A little bit of a hole here. Nice play. Yeah, it's a good play and a nice little start there. So
Jaden Antonio right there doing a good job. But how about Preston Brewer, the junior, 6'5", 340. 6'5", 340 is not something I want to get in the way of.
No.
I'm just going to go ahead and put that out there.
Excuse me, sir. Love that guy. Love the PA announcer. That's an Anderson Subaru 1st and 10 after about an 11-yard gain. And Marlon Courtney is ready to roll here. Looks like he's got Xavion Thomas out wide, who's a terrific receiver, too. An end-over-end snap. Did you see that snap?
Yeah,
that was bizarre.
It definitely took a minute to get there.
Yeah, I've never seen. That was bizarre. I think it looked like a punt.
Like it got stuck in midair.
Yeah, I've never. That was bizarre. But 2nd down now. See, watch this. Watch this snap. Look at that.
End over end.
Yeah.
Get it to him how you can.
Yeah, I guess. All right. Still a pickup. 2nd down now and 8.
Tell you who's been kind of a non-factor is Tyler England. Hadn't been able to get loose tonight. Niceville defense doing a good job.
No surprise there. This time, a nice little route right over the middle. Picks up about 6. It's going to bring up 3rd down and short. Nice pass.
Yeah, Trenton Hall on the reception right there. And you look over it, we talk about Tyler England. Well, just then they're doubling him on the outside. Got a safety over the top. The corners played him in press coverage.
He got enough. That's an Anderson Subaru 1st down. So he gets just enough, and the chain's moving. Navarre, remember, after the penalty, started deep in their own territory, now out to about the 30-yard line.
You see Niceville changing up their coverage.
Shot clock at 17, so lots of time there.
Nice play in the backfield.
Just a great play there. So nothing doing for Mr. Jaden Antonio. That's going to be a loss of several, and it's going to bring up 2nd down now and 14.
You know, like Roland Matthews on the tackle. Really good linebacker for this Niceville squad.
See, Escambia is still 7-0 with Northview and North Bay Haven in a close one at the half, 16-13. Oh, they've adjusted the chains. Looks like he lost more like 3 yards. So
Boy,
second down now at 13.
Time for 63, PHS 0.
That's
Yikes.
a rough one. That's a running clock situation. Marlon Courtney keeps it. He's got some room too, folks. He is off to the races. They're going to bring him down, but not till he has a huge gain all the way down to the 46-yard line, it looks like, of Niceville. So that's a big play. And, you know, we've seen his huge arm, but we've talked about it all night. That dude can take off, too. Bob Tyler Toyota replay here.
Yeah, fooled the camera guy right there. How about that? And Marlon Courtney, God, he's so good right there in the play-action game. And that, tell you what, you got to cross the 50 now. Take a deep breath if you're Navarre and attack.
That's a 25-yard gain. It's a 1st and 10 from Anderson Subaru. This time they're going to hand it off, and that's going to be another big gain. Get a number. Who was that?
Jaden Antonio again.
Jaden again? Yeah, okay. So he picks up several. It's going to bring up second down now, and it looks like 3. So a nice little pickup of 7 there. And Navarre now down to the 38-yard line, and this drive started way back deep. Keep it rolling. If you're a Raider fan, you got to like this.
Yeah, Navarre staying ahead of the sticks this drive, doing a good job.
About 8 minutes to go here in the 3rd quarter. Ooh, big defensive play there. Whew.
He's going to be about a yard or a half yard short of the first.
It's going to be 3rd down and short there. That was Jaden Antonio again, who's terrific, but not going anywhere on that play. 3rd down and a yard, it looks like, from the 37-yard line.
Yeah, Aiden Dark right there, the senior 6'1", 210 linebacker making a stop. So we talk about Navarre staying ahead of the sticks, and what I mean by that is keeping it in manageable. You know, get 3 or 4 yards of play and get in 3rd short situations like this.
That's what they've got. 3rd down and about a yard. And it's going to be close. I don't think he's going to get it there. Woo!
I think he's got it.
Do you?
I think that if we're going by the line judge on the Navarre side, it looks like it's going to be a 1st down.
That was Trenton Hall on the carry. Still waiting for confirmation. It's going to be really close.
It's like be about a foot short to the yard marker. If you're Navarre, I think you just got to line up and sneak it, or you got to go for it here. Looks like they're going to measure.
Yeah. Officially, as we look across the field there, it looks like it's 4th and about a couple of feet. But do they want to measure this, or is it a timeout? You know what? We'll just have to wait and see. Yeah, they're going to measure.
So we got a second. How about this?
What do you got?
We got word, of course, earlier today. You know, Tommy Thrall had texted me, and we were talking back and forth. So Marty Brenneman, the broadcaster for the Reds, is now retired.
Incredible
Tommy Thrall has taken over for him. How about that? And for you people that don't know Tommy Thrall, he used to be the announcer for the Blue Wahoos, UWF Sports. He used to do Friday Night Rivals here for quite a few years, a familiar face, and now he's the head dog in Cincinnati.
Yeah, it's really impressive. Tommy's a super nice guy. In fact, I remember a year ago when I was filling in because he was doing a UWF game. It was my first time ever doing this, and I sent him a text. I said, "Hey, you know, can you talk to me a little bit?" He said, "Sure. I'm doing a Wahoos game tonight. It'll be over around 11. Why don't I call?" He was driving back from Biloxi or something like that. He said, "Why don't I call you when I'm on the road?" So I stayed up. He called me. We talked for 30 minutes, and he kind of talked me through how he does it. And he's exceptional. I remember when he first came to town when the Wahoos started. He's been here since the beginning. 4th and very short here. And I knew right away. I said, "Whoa, this dude's really good." And now the guy for the Reds. Pretty incredible.
Yeah, so we see Navarre's in the shotgun. This is where when you got 4th and about half a yard, this is where it hurts you, where you can get under center at quarterback and do a sneak, but you're not used to it.
We're going to keep it. Oh, second effort from Marlon Courtney. May be enough, and I think it will be. Oh, man.
Boy, it's going to be close.
Yeah, and then looks like they blew it dead, so there's no loose ball there. But a second effort from Courtney may be just enough. They had him stopped in the backfield.
Yeah, they did, and Marlon Courtney was not going to give up. It's interesting. I think he's got enough, but Boy, it looks like they may have to bring the chains back out again.
Yeah, I agree. We'll see.
Yep, they are. They're going to bring the chains out.
That's really going to be close. Honestly, if I'm eyeballing it, I'm going to do a pull of John McEnroe here, who's got those incredible eyes. I'm going to say he's short.
Yeah, it looks where that ball's placed on the yard line. It looks like really, I don't know if they really gained much at all.
All right, here come the
most important people.
Yeah,
Most important people right now.
At this moment in time, you're right about that. Let's see.
Talk about a huge momentum swing.
Oh, we can't see the ball.
It's Niceville football. The Raiders are short. Looks like by about 2 or 3 inches right there. Goodness gracious.
Listen, I want to point out, I think your point is valid. You know, when you're shotgun, that does take away that quarterback sneak, and that may have cost him there. So a big play. We saw earlier in the game twice, Niceville went for it on 4th and short, did not convert. And now the exact same thing when Navarre gives it a go. So some impressive short field defense here.
Yeah, and we talk about going under center. It's so much easier when you got to be able to snap the ball. And it looks like Navarre, that ball's taking a little bit longer to get back to Courtney. That allows the defense to penetrate a little bit more.
Okay. So Will Koch back on the field now, quarterback for Niceville. And he's going to hand it off right off the bat here.
How about that right there?
Big play. Big play.
Grady Kelly on the play.
Sean Parker, the running back, who's had a very big night, but nothing doing there. A loss of about 4. And Grady Kelly, who's so good. Whew.
Man.
You said against he had 8 sacks.
Against Lincoln, he had 8 sacks. And so
8 sacks in a game. That's unbelievable.
Well, he had 3 of them on
a drive.
On a drive.
Incredible. It looks like Parker trying to get outside.
How about
He's not going to
right
do it there.
there.
Yeah, this Navarre defense is looking really good right now. That's another, I think, loss of a couple. Going to bring up 3rd down and long.
Yeah, really, really great job by that front of Navarre. They needed to come out after that play right there and take that momentum back. Boy, they've done so far. But, hey, watch right here. Number 11, Underseo, been his Koch's favorite target.
Yep, he's been big tonight. He's talking about number 11, Luke Unterse. So 3rd down now and 15. 5:30 clock ticking. More than halfway through the 3rd quarter here. And a good game. Niceville 13, Navarre 7. Koch's going to throw right over the middle. He's got his man, but it's incomplete. Threw into double coverage there, Jeff, and tried to thread the needle, not able to do it.
Yeah, really good coverage right there for the Raiders. As Koch tried to make that needle pass right through the eye of the needle, and he couldn't do it. It was a little low, but really that was the only place he could throw it. Great stand by that Navarre Raiders defense right there. That's exactly what they needed.
A 3 and out coming off the 4th down where they did not convert, so they're going to get the ball back.
Well, if you're Navarre's offense, you've got to look at what this defense just did. You got to feed off that energy and want to go out there and make some big plays for them.
Yep. Looks like Gabe Davis is back for Navarre right at about the 30-yard line. If you're thinking punt, it's 4th and 15. Fake. If you're thinking fake, seems unlikely. Ooh, what a great punt that is.
Very returnable.
Yep, Davis gets it at the 31-yard line, running sideways, and they're going to take him down at the 36. So a return of maybe a couple, and that's where Navarre is going to come back out and take over now as the clock tells us we've got 5:04 to go. And it looks like we have a water break now out on the field. So we are going to take a break of our own. We're glad you're with us for Hill Kelly's presentation of Friday Night Rivals. Stay with us. This is a very good game. We are back. I'm glad you are back with us. With 5 minutes, 4 seconds to go here in the 3rd quarter. Navarre Raiders trailing 7-13 against the undefeated Niceville Eagles. But Navarre looking to get things going as they've got an Anderson Subaru 1st and 10. They're going to take the ball here from the 35-yard line on their own side of the field. Courtney with the option here finds Jade Antonio. Doesn't get much. Might have picked up a couple, though.
Yeah, good tackle by Dramarian McNulty right there.
Didn't have a great angle on the option there. That's some analysis I was doing.
That was great.
Yeah, I thought so.
I was letting you run with it.
Well, that's all I had.
You took it away from me. I mean, that's what I'm supposed to say. That was a great angle, but I'm down with it.
Yeah. Well, I received a text from several people saying, why didn't Jeff mention that angle?
That fast, huh?
They're on it. Oh, big hit there. Courtney had a man downfield, but just as he was releasing it, that's going to be an incomplete pass. He definitely threw it, but got stuck just as he was about to, and that had great implications for the trajectory of that pass. Big defensive play there from Niceville.
You see Jordan Fowler in on the quarterback hurry, the senior. Of course, Jordan Fowler's very, very good defensive end, outside linebacker for this Niceville defense.
So 3rd down and 7. The Raiders need another big conversion.
Looks like Gabe Davis is now a running back for the Raiders.
Another end over end.
Wow.
Ooh, Courtney in some trouble a couple of different times and ultimately does get taken down. Although he picks up a few yards, which was impressive because he was in trouble a couple of times. But that'll make it 4th and about 4, it looks like.
If he'd have cut to the near sideline, I believe he'd still be running right now. But he cut toward Niceville sideline, and great pursuit, not allowing Courtney to get the first down.
So Navarre also not able to do anything with it, and they're going to turn it right back over to Niceville. So Untersee is back and ready to receive. He's at the 20. He'll be returning this punt for Niceville.
So we can get a roll?
Yeah,
they
sure
do.
is.
How about that?
Nice punt. Going to die at about the 18-yard line. So they take the ball out of Untersee's hands, and Niceville going to come back at us now with 3:30 to go. Boy, I tell you, Jeff, this clock is just ticking away, and not a lot of scoring here. I think it's going to make for a very interesting 4th quarter.
Yeah, and so we saw last time, of course, on that failed 4th down play for Navarre, not being able to get it. The defense for Navarre rose up, made a couple big plays there to start off with, and interesting to see how this Navarre defense is going to come out. Are they going to continue to have that fire that they need? And look at these scores. How about this?
Yeah, the Wildcats now up 20-7. They were losing 7-0 in the pace, but they've turned that around. Northview up 11 at this point against North Bay Haven. That's moved into the 4th quarter. Baker looking good again tonight.
Well, we had Baker and Northview a few weeks ago. Baker and Northview both. There's some good teams in the north end of the county.
Looks like Niceville thought they were ready to roll, but they have called a timeout. So we're going to pitch this thing to break for Friday Night Rivals from Hill Kelly. Stay with us, folks. Obviously, this is a very good game. A whole lot more to come. Welcome back, my friends. Good to have you here for Friday Night Rivals with 3:25 to go in the 3rd quarter. Niceville taking over and looking to do some damage. They got a long way to go, though, deep in their own territory. Another great defensive play from Navarre, and that's going to be another loss. Boy, we came into this game, Jeff, knowing about Niceville's touted terrific defense, only giving up 8 points a game. Navarre's defense has been most impressive tonight.
Yeah, really coming up big when it matters most. And yeah, they're down 13-7, but they have had to battle all night long, and they are keeping Navarre in this ballgame.
So a loss of 3, that's going to bring up 2nd down now and 13. Mr. Koch is hit as he throws it, but he gets off a long pass, and it is caught, and flags are all over the place, too. This may be defensive interference and not matter. That's a terrific catch on a very big play.
Yeah, maybe a little push-off right there by the Niceville offensive guy there. Interested to see, but
They haven't said anything yet.
let's see.
That's so a big play there. Let's see what the penalty is.
Looks like it's going to be on Navarre.
Yeah, that's what I thought. It looked like it was
pass interference on Navarre.
Declined because of the big 29-yard gain. And that'll give an Anderson Subaru 1st and 10 now at the 45-yard line.
See the Bob Tyler Toyota instant replay right
terrific
there. Yeah, kind of
pass.
hanging on.
Yeah, he
hanging on his
definitely hit
back.
him. Whew.
Here's the thing: if you don't
Great
ever
catch, great
turn around
pass.
and look for the ball, they're going to throw it every time.
Koch keeks it himself and picks up about 6. Clock keeps ticking. That's a big play moments ago. That really is. You know, we had seen Niceville's offense stall out just a skosh, but that gets things going, and that's going to bring up 2nd down now, and it looks like 3 or 4.
Yeah, once again, you saw Will Koch's just pinpoint accuracy on that sideline throw, throwing it where only his man can get to it.
It's going to be Sean Parker here. Picks up a couple more. Third down. Two.
I think this is if Navarre can get a stop, I don't believe Niceville will go for it on fourth down, but if Niceville gets a first down, I think it's going to be 4-down territory for them.
Yeah, maybe. It'll be interesting. They've gone for it on fourth and short all night, but first they got to stop them here.
They got it.
Not able to do. That's, big hit at the end, but enough for the Anderson Subaru first down, and Niceville moves those chains now down to the, looks like 44-yard line on the Navarre side of the field. The clock keeps ticking here, getting really late in the third quarter, and I tell you, Navarre needs to be real careful here. You give up a few more points, and all of a sudden you're in the fourth quarter, and coming back against this defense gets really tough.
Well, yeah, they can bend, but they can't break right here on this drive.
Here's Sean Parker coming out wide.
That's going to be, it's going to be a penalty right there on number 14 for Niceville.
Yep.
Mr. Dominic Anachiarico.
Carrico.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, Mr. Shugart sent us this text a little while ago and said, "Oh, boys."
And that's why we love Dan.
Yeah.
Dan and Steve, by the way, after the game.
That's
Prep
right.
football final.
That's right.
Channel 3.
Channel 3. I always try to get home in time after this to watch the highlights, and I love it every single time. One of my favorite things to do, swing by, get a little fast food, get home, the whole house, everybody's asleep, sit back with whatever fast food I've picked up.
Whataburger or Taco Bell?
Well, those are the two heavy favorites. And sit back and watch the show. Coke over the middle. Oh, man, going to be another pass interference here. Which, honestly, even if it is pass interference, it saves the touchdown because if he makes that catch, he's gonzo.
But I thought it was good timing by the defender. I believe it was Xavion Thomas for Navarre. And they're going to say it was a tip ball at the line of scrimmage, so it's going to be no pass interference.
Yeah, so it's allowed. Okay, that worked out well.
Just to let people know, if the ball is tipped at the line of scrimmage, then there is no pass interference on the defense.
And it's sort of like a live fumble.
Right.
Like anything
So
goes.
for those kids at home, if you see the ball tipped at the line of scrimmage, tackle the receiver.
Yeah.
No, I'm just kidding. Don't do that.
Oh. I was like all in. I was like, yeah, totally.
I mean,
good,
I guess if that's what you're told to do. I don't know.
All right, 2nd down and 10. Coke on another keeper. Doesn't get much, maybe a yard.
We saw Matthew Pointer right there shoot through the line and take out one of the linemen, but Will Coke runs right on by him.
Yep. All right, so 3rd and long here. This is a big moment for that Navarre defense. They really want to stop him here because this would be almost a 50-yard field goal for Niceville. So you feel like if Navarre was able to stop him here, it's either going to be a long field goal try or they might go for it and not get it. So this is a big moment as the clock ticks. 30 seconds left here in the 3rd quarter. But 18 on the shot clock, so.
Definitely 4-down territory because you're in no man's land.
Even on 4th, if it's 4th and 10?
Yeah, I don't think you punt here. You're on the 30. At least you'd go for it.
If they have to. They're going to hand it off to Sean Parker, who picks up not much, maybe a yard. So I think what's going to happen here is the clock's going to tick down, and we're going to find out what happens as we head into the 4th quarter.
How about this game?
Yeah, a very exciting game here on Friday Night Rivals, presented by Hill Kelly Dodge, Chrysler Jeep Ram. As we head to quarter number 4, it'll be 4th and 8 for Niceville. They lead it 13-7. This is getting good. Good evening, everybody. The Skyview drone has been giving us some great shots tonight, though that is not the Skyview drone, but still, cool shot. All right, big moment here. Mr. Coke going to throw it all the way to the end zone. He's got a couple of guys.
That's intercepted. Looked like.
No,
Oh,
I think
no.
it's a touchdown.
Wow.
Wow. Oh, my goodness. On 4th and a prayer, they're able to complete to... Yeah, Mr. Anachiarico, whose name has come up all evening long. I cannot wait to see the replay of this. Wow, what a catch. I mean, I'm with you. I thought it was picked off. Here we go.
I swore.
The Bob Tyler Toyota replay. Look at this. Remember, this was 4th and 8.
So a Navarre defender did have it, but
yeah.
Anachiarico comes up with it.
Makes the play. Wow, that was impressive.
Boy.
That's a 30-yard touchdown strike. And
Talk about just throwing it up and giving your receivers a chance.
Incredible start to the fourth quarter. The extra point is up and good. And just like that, it is now 20-7. Let's go down to Clayton Habecker for the Brownsville Welding sideline report.
Hey guys, down here with Staff Sergeant Newman. As you can see, he's enjoying a little bit of this fall September weather. He's got his full uniform on today. Tell me a little bit about your day as far as going through the high schools and recruiting.
So typically what we do on a regular basis is we go to the high schools, sometimes talk to the teachers, pull students out of the class. Sometimes we'll do pull-up challenges, doing table setups during lunchtime. Really all depends what we have scheduled for the day, but we try to have as much involvement with the high schools as possible.
Well, thank you so much. Thank you guys for being out here with Friday Night Rivals, doing the coin tosses with us. Back up to you guys in the booth.
Thank you very much, Clayton. We always appreciate the reports. Wow, that was incredible, Jeff. I mean, it was 4th and 8. We were heading as the third quarter ended, and that was kind of setting up. We were talking about what a big play it was. You were right. You said you thought it was 4-down territory. Niceville agreed and said, what the heck, let's go for it. They just threw the Hail Mary to the end zone. Prayer gets answered.
Yeah, don't worry about just getting a first down, I guess. Yeah. Hey, when you're in hostile territory, be aggressive, and that's the way Niceville's been all year long.
Well, let me tell you, it's a very significant strike because now we're in the fourth quarter, and you're going to ask Navarre to try and score a couple of times against one of the best defenses on the Gulf Coast.
Well, remember, Niceville's defense gives up about 8 points a game, so they're at that threshold now. Interested to see if Navarre can answer back right here.
Yeah, no doubt. They sure are, too. Looks like Gabe Davis, I believe, on the run back here.
They cut him off.
Once again, coming more sideways than forward, so not too much of a return there.
Great job by Nick Morrison, 6-foot senior for Niceville, making sure he couldn't get the sideline. Man, that's great job on that coverage team for Niceville.
Yeah. So it's early in the fourth, Jeff, but again, every play, every possession matters now. If you're Navarre, you can't afford to be punting it away too frequently. Not when you're down 2 scores against a great D.
Well, and even if they do have to punt it away, it's not like Niceville's just going to lay down and run the football. They're going to continue to play their game and try to put Navarre away. But it looks like we got
another penalty. We've seen penalties on special teams tonight all night long, and that one's going to cost Navarre as they are now back way up to their own 10-yard line. That's where this drive's going to start.
I think for Navarre, you've got to find a way to keep Marlon Courtney upright. Don't allow him to continue to get beat up. He's taking a few shots tonight, but you got to find a way to give him some time back there.
And when he gets time, he is really dangerous. We saw it earlier on a terrific touchdown pass. He's got some time here, and he's going long, and he does have a man, but just overthrows it a touch. That was Jaden Antonio he had downfield, but he did get hit right when he let it go.
How about that, though? Running, sprints out to the opposite side, turns around, sets his feet, and throws a absolute bomb over here to the Navarre sideline.
Another flag on the play, by the way. We talked about this earlier, so this penalty is going to go against Niceville, and that's going to be a...
Watch this. Just beautiful ball, just a little bit too far. Otherwise, that would have been an amazing catch.
Yeah, he's got such a big arm. It's a big penalty, though. Look at this. Now, from the 10, it's a 15-yard penalty, so now all the way out to the 25-yard line.
Got to take advantage of it if you're Navarre.
24 earlier. They took advantage earlier. Right after a big play earlier, a big penalty, they were able to score on the very next play. Courtney's going to throw it again, but he way overthrows his man. That could have been picked off.
And good job by the O-line for Navarre, giving him some time. Had a good pocket built right there for him, and Courtney just couldn't connect.
Nope. So you may be seeing a little bit of urgency now from Navarre as they're coming out throwing. On the season, Navarre averages about 180 yards passing a game. So they passed it a lot in the first half, too. And look at this, Courtney once again, and big completion there.
Yeah, Tyler England, finally.
Yeah.
He's only made, I believe that's his second catch tonight.
And you know he's saying finally, too. He's like, get the ball to me.
Yeah, well, give credit to Niceville's defense and really give credit to Mr. Thomas over there playing corner for him, doing a great job.
So 3rd down and about a yard after an 8-yard pickup there. 10:55 to go. Can't stop looking at that clock after the big touchdown pass moments ago. It's like a little confusion here on the Navarre side. I think they're now ready to go. Third and very short. Jaden Antonio gets the call, and I believe he's got the first as well from Anderson Subaru. That'll move the chains. And, you know, Jeff, that's another case. You talked about it earlier where third and short, fourth and short, tailor-made for a quarterback sneak. But when you're exclusively a shotgun team, which it seems like we've seen from every team we've watched this year, those quarterback sneaks aren't on the table.
Yeah, and even if you have to go under center and they know you're going to try to sneak, it doesn't matter. I mean, quarterback sneak is probably the easiest way to, you know, especially when you've got a 300-pound offensive line, you know, that just seems like the bread and butter for you.
And that's not 300 pounds combined, right? That's
no, they average a little over 300 pounds.
It's like Courtney keeps it himself, picks up 3 or 4. Got hit a couple of times there. They almost fooled me. Thought I was looking at a jet sweep there. Then I realized.
That's the old Dante Wright jet sweep they used to have. How about Dante Wright? Goes to Colorado State, and he's got 5-6 touchdowns already for him.
Having a great season. Of course, he was a superstar here on the Gulf Coast for a few years, including last year, but now he's doing it at the next level, and no surprise. Such a talent. Second down and 5. Oh, look at this little trickery. Oh, and a big throw, too. I think he hauls it in. He sure
Tyler
did.
England, goodness gracious. And that's going to be a unsportsmanlike on Tyler England.
Oh, Tyler.
He's taunted
look at Coach.
The defensive back. I mean, that's just silly right there. You're down. What do you have to say? You're down by 2 scores.
And your team needed that so badly. And
oh, my
you're going
goodness.
to take off a lot of yards. Boy, that's a huge mistake from Tyler.
Boy, that's not what you expect from somebody like him, and that just shows you the frustration he's had all night long.
Yeah.
We talked about him not getting enough passes. Let's check it out. Nonetheless,
incredible play.
A great job, and really, Mr. Thomas right there, number 8. You see the corner jumps a little too early and just misses, and a great. Hey,
it was Trenton Hall who threw that pass. I want to give him some credit because look at that. Yeah, there's England. Nope, it's not going to work, man.
Cannot do that, man. Yeah. And my thing is, like, you're still losing. You know what?
Well, right, yeah. What do you?
Like, it's not about you. It's about the score. It's about your team right now, and they need you. They don't need this.
You'll be watching college sometimes. The team will be 2-6 and have a big play and run around with it. We're number 1. Like, no, you're pretty far from number 1.
Yeah, you're getting beat by 40, and you're celebrating because you made a catch on the sideline.
An Anderson Subaru 1st and 10. So it was a big play, but some of those yards came back. Man, what a throw that was. That was awesome. A little exciting there. This time it's going to be, ooh, wow. Ooh, Jaden Antonio gets the call, but just an awesome defensive play. Who was that?
Aiden Dark. And we've said his name a few times tonight. Yeah. The senior outside linebacker. Boy, he's very, very physical. Of course, that's the beauty of this Niceville defense. They love playing physical football.
It's a 4-yard loss, so second down now and 14. Yeah, we've seen some big defensive plays. Look at that clock, folks. 8:40 here. Navarre really starting to think they got to get something going.
Yeah, they got to get something going now.
We've got a flag on the play. I think it's going to be against the defense. It sure is.
A little curious on that. So that unsportsmanlike penalty on Navarre, it was after the play. So I'm kind of curious why it wouldn't have been 1st and 25 for Navarre.
Gotcha. Right. Do you want me to run down there and ask?
If you don't mind.
Okay, hang on. No, just kidding.
Oh,
I did the sound effect for the people at home.
That was good.
They were like, he's going.
You fooled me.
Second down now and 7. Courtney to England, who's got some room, and he's still on his feet. Ooh, he takes it down into the Synovus red zone. He did lose the ball, but they're going to call it down, so it's going to be, I believe, a 1st and goal. I think he went down outside or inside the 10. Bob Tyler, instant replay here. And Tyler England said, yeah, get out of my way. And
making up for the penalty earlier, and boy, Navarre's got to put it in the end zone here. There's no way inside the Synovus red zone that you go for a field goal. You've got to get 6 points.
So it is now a 1st and goal from the 8-yard line, and I'm with you. With 8 minutes left, just above that, big moment here for Navarre. You're right, they've got to find a way to punch it in and get Niceville thinking about it. And it looks like Coach may want to talk about it. He's going to call a timeout. So that's going to be timeout Navarre here right at the 8-minute mark, or at least off by a second of the 8-minute mark. And an important enough moment that Coach wants to talk about it. So we're going to take a quick break here on Friday Night Rivals, presented by Hill Kelly Dodge, Chrysler Jeep Ram. Great game. Stay with us. Goal, and we may see them trying to kick a field goal.
Yeah, I don't think a field goal does much for you right here with 7 minutes left.
Yeah, you're right. Not down 27.
I think they just got to.
Well, you remember, that's exactly how Niceville scored. It was 4th and long. They threw to the end zone and converted. And looks like you may be right. So this is big. Remember, folks, they cannot get a first down. So it's touchdown or nothing. And a very big moment with 6.5 minutes to play. Corbin once again got in trouble. He's
got to get out.
Boy, he refuses to go down. Wow, what an effort. He may have dropped it, but now they're going to blow it dead. Doesn't matter because it's a turnover on downs anyway. So, boy, I tell you what, he on all 4 of those plays. Oh, a late flag there.
And talking about Big Z, Eric Ziegelman comes over and taunts the Navarre sideline. Man, why?
So does that mean that this is going to be a first and 10?
After the play, so it'll
gotcha.
be tacked on.
Gotcha.
But, man, I just don't understand that. Like, what do you gain from that?
Well, I want to talk about those 4 downs because, remember, it was 1st and goal from about the 8 here as we take a look at the Bob Tyler Toyota instant replay. Marlon Courtney, he was doing everything he could for that team. Yeah, and that actually may have been a fumble. But didn't matter. They blew it dead. But what I was getting at is all 4 of those plays, all 4, he was in big trouble. He was pressured hardcore. And it goes back to what we've talked about. They've had some issues with the offensive line, and that sequence was, I think, the most telling of all. They had a 1st and goal from the 8, then it was 2nd and goal from the 15, then they lost a couple more, and then what we saw happen on 4th down there, it just went from bad to worse.
Yeah, and we go back to it. 300-pound plus offensive line, you've got to find a way to figure it out. I mean, Marlon Courtney the past few games has just gotten beaten up, and that should never happen. They played a tough schedule, and you look at Niceville, and they've done a really good job. Give credit to them where credit's due. But you just can't allow your star quarterback like that. I mean, Marlon Courtney is a stud. Yeah, absolutely. And the thing is Marlon Courtney is not about Marlon Courtney. Marlon Courtney's about the Raiders, and you just see him in that effort right there, trying to find a way to make something happen. He just can't. And that offensive line, you've got to have some pride and find a way that understanding, hey, it starts with us up front. They just haven't done a good job here tonight.
Moments ago, enjoying the Comfort Dental Smile Cam, but looks like we're about ready for some action. And after that penalty, as you can see, Niceville is backed up a good bit, all the way back at their own 10-yard line now with 6:22 to go here in the 4th quarter. Niceville, though, in real good position, trying to do something that's not easy, and that's win here. Big play there. Nice Michael Prestari, whose name we heard a lot early on. Haven't heard much from him in the last couple of quarters, but that's a nice big play and a good way to start a drive.
Yeah, now with about 6 minutes left, to kind of expect Niceville to try to milk as much clock as they can. Looks like we got a penalty flag back, and it's going to be holding against Niceville.
Yeah, it's getting a little sloppy. You know, in the last few plays, it's been a lot of laundry on the field, as you like to say. And I know you're not the only one who likes to say that. I've heard it before.
I do like saying that.
You do. You do like to say that. But, you know, I don't want to pretend as though it's, you know, only your thing. That wouldn't be fair to so many others.
There's folks at home now that are pretty upset at you because you said.
I think they're upset at you for stealing it.
I'm just borrowing it.
All right.
Uh-oh.
Yep, got some room here, and that's Sean Parker, who's been big tonight. But
Xavier Thomas making the tackle for the Raiders. Well, you see some frustration from that defense.
Yep. That defense, I mean, you know, you look at it and you think, okay, they got 20 points. Has the defense done much? They've been really good.
God, they've been really, really good.
Yeah,
I mean,
I'll tell you what they're going to look back on and feel like I think hurt them is that conversion on 4th down for the touchdown. That never should have happened. The defense has been so good. That doesn't happen. It's still 13-7, and who knows?
Well, there again, so you look at that play, and it's easy to say now that it's over with, and we know, of course, we're not on the field. But as a DB, swat that ball away.
Right.
Don't try to catch it. Don't try to make the big interception. Just knock it
Yeah,
down. It's
right.
your ball.
It was 4th down, right? Hand off up the middle here. Sean Parker with another big game.
He's going to have a first down.
Yeah.
Anderson Subaru 1st and 10.
Yeah. Parker's had a big night. With that in mind, as we talk about 5 minutes left to play here, I'm sure you've been thinking some about who we might peg for our player of the game. Do you have any contenders in mind?
Yeah, absolutely. And I think there could be a few guys. Of course, if it stays like the score is now, there's a few guys you could say for that Niceville team. You could say offensively and defensively, because that defense has played really well for Niceville. Really, you could say the whole front 7 for Niceville has done a lights-out job tonight. And how about that secondary for Niceville? I mean, it's been a complete team effort. Of course, I've picked the defense a few times this year.
But yeah, we've seen a lot of
But then
good
again,
defense.
offensively, you've got a few guys you can name as well.
Another handoff, just trying to run that clock a little bit. And it's going to keep on rolling. And, you know, if you're Coach Jay Walls and you're thinking 4:25 to go here and we're down 27, you never say never, but it's starting to feel like this isn't going to happen.
Yeah, it's going to be tough. And if you're Niceville,
there's Coach now.
You look at things that you could have done better, but this is a Niceville type game. A 20-7 game is pretty much where they're comfortable. They've done really good or really well on offense, getting the job done when they needed to, and done a phenomenal job on defense.
Well, as I was pulling in, the young man manning the parking lot, Brian Cobb, nice young man. I happen to know him a little bit, and he was saying, he said, this is going to be a tough game. You know, he knew that it would be. He knew they were good. But he also, you know, we talked about how hard it is to come here and win. So I know he's disappointed at this moment in time, but, you know, it's not over yet. And it's going to bring up 3rd and long. So yet another big moment for this Navarre defense. They've had a lot of those, and they've come through big. You know, a moment ago you saw the promo flash up, the reminder for Prep Football Final tonight with Dan Shugart and Steve Nissom. And, you know, we like to say this every week, Jeff. I always look at Clayton. He's got a
I was wondering when we were going to see the T-shirt throw.
Yeah.
Look at that.
I always want to point out when we talk about Prep Football Final, of course, you know, we all see Dan, we all see Steve, but I just cannot stress enough how many people work hard on that show. And this one, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
You and I get to show up at 5 or 6 o'clock. A lot of the crew gets here around noon when it's really, really hot, even for late September, and puts this all together.
It takes an army to get this put together, and, man, the crew here does such a great job. And there's just so many things just to make everything go right. And we just want to give them a shout out because they do a fantastic job.
I don't want to give them a shout out.
Well, okay. Well, me and Dre want to give them a shout out.
I don't personally care about it at all.
So, you know, that's Christian Garment.
3rd down and 8. And this Navarre defense, if they want to have a shot at all, they make this happen. There we go. Sean Parker's had a big night.
There's the stop they
That's
needed.
a big play from Navarre's defense right there.
Calls a timeout.
Big play. Yeah, you got to call those timeouts now.
Yep, Navarre goes ahead and uses their second one.
So they're going to get the ball. You know?
Yeah, Niceville's going to punt it away here. And if you're Navarre, you gotta score quick.
For sure.
And you gotta hope you can get that onside back, but you gotta start with scoring first.
Yeah, that's the thing. In a situation like this, it's so easy to start thinking, okay, we score, we get the onside kick, then we're gonna. It's like, forget all that, you know. Don't fumble, you know, the next play, and then.
Whoa, partner.
Right, exactly. You know, it's so easy to do though. You know, you start playing the whole thing out in your head. I do that a lot with basketball. You know, I'll be watching a game and there's 30 seconds left, and I've thought through like the next 4 things, and then it's like, oh, easy, you know. Let's just see what happens here.
Yeah,
Make the free throw.
You hear the announcers talk about, all right, so all they got to do is they got to score, they got to steal the inbound, score again,
Foul
get
quick.
fouled, and then
Yeah.
shoot the three-point play. Then, you know, it's just,
It's fun though. I love.
oh, for sure. The what ifs are the
I
best.
can see why you wouldn't understand, but those of us who are. Did you play basketball? I know you played. You big time football player. Pitched in college, big time baseball player. Basketball too?
Yes, absolutely.
What position?
Well, kind of everywhere. I mean,
Boy, you really ran that school for a few
No,
years,
I
didn't you?
wouldn't.
You had
Nope.
it all figured out up
No.
there. Yeah, you did. It's all right.
I was just happy to be there. Let's
yeah,
put it
I
that
would
way.
be too if I was starring
get
in
outta
every
here.
sport. I'm sure you were happy to be
I
there.
don't know if I would say our basketball team was stars.
Fair catch called for at the 47-yard line. With 3:35 to play, that is where Navarre will mount their effort. Tall order, because we're talking about all the scoring, what they have to do, and we haven't even thought about the fact that it's against this great defense that Niceville brings.
I disagree. I mean, all you got to do is throw a 2-yard bomb here and then go for the
And you're
2-point
in
conversion if you
business.
want.
Yeah, I take it back.
You know,
Thank you. See, that's why you're the analyst. You see things I don't.
Something like that.
Yeah, it's so obvious now. All righty. 1st and 10 here, folks.
They can get this done in 30 seconds if they want to. We see Niceville still playing some press man on the other side, giving Tyler England a little bit of room. And
Of course, they're going to let Courtney throw, and that's a great-looking pass, but he threw it behind him.
yeah, Trenton Hall, the intended receiver right there, Marlon Courtney. But you see Marlon Courtney is getting rushed a little
He
bit.
is.
He
He
feels
is.
that, you know, he's had pressure on him all night long, and
Yeah.
he's rushing his throws. He's got to relax. Understand, hey, you're probably going to take a hit, but you got to complete these throws right here.
And you know what? I mean, it is worth noting, as talented as he is, and again, guy's amazing, but he has missed a few tonight. He's overthrown a couple of guys who are wide open. That one was thrown behind, and I guess that comes with feeling like you're, you know, under that pressure constantly. 2nd down now and 10. And yes, he's
There
under
you go.
pressure again.
Once again.
And he's going down. No, that's the second time I said that. He's like, no, I'm not going down. They can blow it dead, but I will not go down.
And that's exactly what we're talking about. Kind of, that's the story of the game
Yep,
for
sure
the
is.
Navarre offense. Is there's been more Niceville players in the backfield just about every snap, and it just has not changed.
Did you happen to notice the Niceville High School band playing that late 80s classic, Love Shack?
Pretty good.
A little B-52s action here. Been a while since I heard that one. 3rd and long. That's fun. Exactly. Director Jack asked if my tin roof was rusted. So
I was going to say, you might want to tell people at home
well,
why
that's
you
okay. They don't care. They feel like Christian's just talking about stuff again. Just they've learned to live with it.
Somebody check on Christian.
No, they don't check. They know. He's like, he's fine. He just does that sometimes. Big penalty there. And moving backwards here, so it's going to be 3rd down. And gosh, can I count that high? Let's see here. 10.
Probably
20,
not.
Yeah, about 25. So if you're Navarre, that's not what you want to do. Going the wrong way. The clock is moving. And 3rd and very long here. Courtney's got his man. Tyler England makes the catch, but not going to get a whole lot out of it. Might have picked up 6 or 7. That'll bring up 4th down and about 15 or 16, it looks like.
Well, you know, if Navarre would have listened to what I had said earlier about the 52-yard bomb, then, you know, we'd be talking about a one-score game. But
I was on board. Made a lot of sense to me.
no, once again, let's talk about this Niceville secondary has done a great job. You see Tyler England. Tyler England's made a few catches here in the second half, but he, I mean, they're giving him some space now. You know, early in the game, they were locking him down.
Yeah.
And it was tough sledding for him, but, boy, they played lights out tonight.
4th and 15 with under 2 to go, and this is pretty much it for Navarre. And once again, Courtney is under some pressure, big pressure, and he's going to go down. This time he actually does go down. Niceville's crowd erupts as they should. It's been a long night for Marlon Courtney. He's probably going to be sore tomorrow because they've been swarming all over him. They turn it over on downs, and I think, Jeff, that'll just about do it.
Yep, that's all she wrote right there for Navarre. And if you're Niceville, come out here, run a few plays, and take it back home. Boy, it's Navarre showed these flashes of, hey, we can score on you. Niceville's got a terrific defense. Hey, listen, we've seen a lot of good defenses. We had Escambia last week, which I think probably has the best defense.
Yep.
Then you got Washington. This Niceville defense is right up there with both of those.
Yeah, you're right. And we've had all of those teams featured on Friday Night Rivals.
Right.
And so we've had these front row seats to these terrific defensive teams. The Wildcats, after that incredible turnaround last year, they don't win a game. This year, they haven't lost yet? Or did Washington lose once?
No, they're undefeated. And, of course, I believe they beat Pace tonight as well.
Last we saw, they were up 20-7, the same score that we have here for you now. I mean, that Washington turnaround's incredible. They didn't win last year. Now they're
winless.
Yet to lose this year.
Yeah, Washington's up 27-7.
Yeah, there you go. So they're in real good shape because I'm sure that game's late.
Fourth quarter.
Yeah. Oh, they moved on to Hayat. They're having a good time over there at the Niceville High School.
Hey, when you're winning,
playing the hits,
And go ahead and make a note. Escambia is up 22-15 on Milton in the fourth quarter right now.
All right, that's big.
Boy, that shows you how good Milton's defense is
Yeah.
as well, because Escambia, boy, they drubbed Gulf Breeze last week.
Yeah, their offense, they have so many weapons. Yeah, they're really good. And they got a great defense, too. Escambia is just great. All right, so penalty there leads to first and 15, but at this point it doesn't matter much. Looks like they've reset the clock to 1:38, but we do have a timeout on the field. And just a matter of running things out at this point. I can tell you, speaking of that, a lot of the Navarre faithful are heading out here.
Yep,
I can tell. Yeah, if we have a shot of that, we can show some people heading out, On Niceville's side, they're hanging around, and no surprise. Why not stick it out here and watch your team finish things off and get their win?
But, got a couple scores for you as we have updated you throughout the night.
Our shot of folks hitting the road. Yeah, go ahead.
Pine Forest 63, Pensacola 0. Wow. Things continue to struggle for the Tigers. Jay loses to Baker 13-41. Choctaw beats West Florida 44-28. Crestview getting a district win right there, 48-28 over Childs. Northview finishes the win right there over North Bayhaven, 36-25.
Not a lot of close games tonight. Well, looks like a little victory formation for you there.
Hey, give a little shout out to the Southern Alabama team, Flomaton 24, Escambia County 0. Big rivalry game up there. But for our own rivalry game, it was fun. Until that last Niceville score, everything seemed like, oh, here comes Navarre.
Totally.
Typical Navarre, going to show up in the fourth quarter. They're going to upset, just the way they seem to do. We had them last year when they were down like 21-0 or 28-0 to Crestview. And after halftime, they came back and won it in overtime.
Incredible.
Boy,
that was incredible.
You've just seen Navarre do that so much at home. They're just a different animal at home.
Officially now under a minute to go here. 7 seconds on the shot clock. So Niceville waiting, letting every single second tick off.
I believe this is the 6th loss for Navarre at home since 2005. And that's incredible.
Right? That is incredible. All right, so it looks like, let me see here. The shot clock, they've stopped the shot clock. Looks like they're just gonna let this thing roll out. So the play clock. I'm saying shot clock.
You're talking about basketball.
Yeah,
so
that's
you're
right.
getting excited.
Yeah, that's funny. Isn't that funny? I said shot clock. The play clock. Yeah, but if this game were closer, what would have happened just now is they would have had to run another play. They didn't turn on the play clock, but it looks like they are gonna. It still says 40, but they are gonna have them.
That's gonna be all she wrote.
They're gonna go ahead and end it. Might as well. You can see Mr. Koch walking off, shaking his buddy's hand there. And listen, that's not easy to do, to go 6-0 now and come in here and get one at Navarre, Jeff. That is an impressive win tonight from Niceville. We knew they were good. We knew they looked really, really strong. But this is a statement.
Yeah, it really is for Niceville. They just did a great job tonight. And for Navarre, you got to keep coming after them. I mean, the season's not over for you, but you're going to have to win out.
No doubt about it. So Navarre goes to 2-2. Niceville, as we said, Navarre goes to 3-3.
3-3.
Sorry, yeah, Niceville goes to 6-0. We go to break, but the exciting trophy presentation to our friends from Niceville is coming up next on Friday Night Rivals. We are live. We are back. It was a big win for Niceville, moving now to 6-0 here live tonight on Friday Night Rivals as everyone's filing out now. Navarre leaving disappointed, moving to 3-3, but the undefeated Niceville Eagles are looking good, Jeff. So I know that we're going to have a trophy presentation here coming up in just a moment, but if we have a minute, why don't we go ahead and sneak in your player of the game?
Well, I don't think it's a big surprise. Of course, there's a bunch of people we could go to for Niceville. Mr. Will Koch right there, the quarterback. How about that? Had a heck of a night. Running, throwing, a little bit of everything. I mean, the young man can do it all. And I tell you what, he's a heck of a runner. A little bit better than I expected.
Yeah, he was awesome. Those two running touchdowns were great. And then the touchdown pass on 4th and long was also impressive. So
there it is right there.
Yeah, this was great. Remember, this was 4th down and 8. They just threw to the end zone, and it looked like it might have gotten picked off, but no, yes, indeed, that's a touchdown. So a big night for Will Koch and a big night for Niceville as they are now undefeated. Congratulations to our player of the game, and that's a very good night when you can go undefeated. So we're going to get down to Clayton Habecker here now for the big trophy presentation. Hey, Clayton.
Questions, or are you just going to give me that?
Down here with Coach Thompson with Niceville. Big game tonight. You guys came. Navarre is a tough team to beat at home. You guys came in here and did it. Tell me what you learned about your team tonight, getting a big road win.
It's what I just told them, right? The way that our defense is playing right now gives us the confidence to be able to call anything we want offensively, right? So just a tremendous team win tonight.
Well, congratulations to you guys. Now, right before you came up, you said you were handing this to a particular player. Who are you handing it to tonight?
Yes, sir.
Congratulations.
Oh, yeah!
Aiden Dark, how about that?
Good job to Aiden, and congratulations to Mr. Dark. Congratulations to our player of the game, Will Koch, and certainly congratulations to all of the members of the Niceville team as they move to 6-0. It was another fun night here on Friday Night Rivals as the celebration continues, and I do, as we always say, Jeff, before we sign off, we remind our friends at home watching right now to catch Dan Shugart and Steve Nissom tonight for Prep Football Final coming on right after Channel 3 News. You're going to get the highlights from this game, but you're also going to get highlights from all over the Gulf Coast.
Yeah, really do a great job, and we go home and watch it.
Yep.
But how about next week? We're going to be at your alma mater, Catholic High School against Autauga Academy.
I'm a proud Crusader graduate, class of 92 as a matter of fact, and looking forward to that next week. I'm always glad to go back to Catholic High School anytime I get a chance. I'm also glad because I've never done this there, and you tell me that their press booth is great, as is Navarre's.
Very hospitable, and I tell you what, it's going to be a good game for us next week.
Well, that's great, but I'm interested in the press booth, which I hear is just really nice.
Christian Garmin, you're going to have to sign more autographs than normal next week.
No doubt about it. Listen, guys, thank you so much for watching. Oh, look at that. Loving it. Speaking of celebs, glad to have you with us each and every week here on Friday Night Rivals. Congratulations to Niceville as they continue now 6-0. For Jeff Price, Clayton Habecker, the entire crew here at Friday Night Rivals, we say thank you so much. I'm Christian Garmin. Have yourself a great week, and we'll see you 1 week from tonight live from Catholic High School.
Hang on.